The Heroes of Greyhawk is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language and explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Superior Adventurers Guild. My name is Dave, your humble dungeon master, host, and friend, and I'm excited to be hosting another episode of the Heroes of Greyhawk. It is our ongoing campaign in the world of Greyhawk that we've been dabbling in for 3+ years, and we've got just an awesome group of people who I'm going to bring in now. Cue the people, the beautiful people. Hello, everybody, aside from Ashley. That actually looks a lot like Ashley in real life. Uncannily like Ashley, aside from the glowing yellow and golden eyes. But yeah, Ashley's out of town, but we're here. Right?
We are. Yes.
We're here.
Hello.
Welcome back, everybody. Appreciate you guys being here. Chad's got some new glasses that he's showcasing. Wow, those are distracting, and I love it. Shelly's glasses are on, too. You don't usually wear glasses, Shell.
No, I don't. I thought I would just treat you all with these glasses because I just found them.
If you feel treated, give a Guild Superior a thumbs up in the chat, because I know I do. I'm going to give 4 of them.
Get it started. Let's go.
Let's get it started. Let's go around. We've got a lot of stuff to get through before we jump into the game. So let's go around the virtual tabletop here and have each of you introduce yourself. Tell us if you've got anything you want to plug, what you got going on, etc., and then who you're playing. And let's start tonight with Chad, Mr. Vamp Wickman.
The Chad here, Vamp Wickman online. These glasses are super distracting because I can see them all in my eyes. But anyways, you can find me here on Tuesdays having a blast with my friends. You can find me at GaryCon and Founders and Legends, part of the staff, doing all the good things, working the charity events and the costume contest. I'm gonna have a blast. I'm glad everybody here in our stream is gonna be there. I hope to see as many of you viewers as possible come from everywhere. It's gonna be the 50th anniversary of Dungeons and Dragons. It's gonna be off the hook. Tonight I'm playing Alrin, College of Swords Bard half-elf that met up with the party not that long ago on the side of the road. They helped me out, battle some bandits, killed the one I was trying to bring in, but that's okay, better him than me. And yeah, I got stuff that I'm trying to find out.
Chad, I think you've already been with us like 5 or 6 episodes, which it boggles my mind. I feel like you just joined us, and it's been a pleasure having you. So, oh, his camera froze. No, just kidding. You jokester, you. Anyways, glad to have you, Chad. I can't wait to see you in real life so I can slap those glasses right off your face. Yep. It needs to be done.
They were free, by the way.
I'm sure they were. They're like, here, please take these. Let's jump over to Shelly. Hey, Shell.
Dude, if those were free,
help.
I would have like 5 of them.
No, come on. Do not encourage her, Vamp.
Oh, yes. Heyo, guys. I'm Shelly. You can find me on Threads and Instagram and Blue Sky. I don't know. I'm not really ever there.
Blue Sky.
Hey, it's Flea Monkey. Also, I'm Flea Monkey in the Discord and whatnot. Tonight, I am playing Nori, Philomena Bibblespark, hanging out, fighting, maybe. I don't know.
Packaging.
Ready to get into it like a hex machine.
Is she still the full package, or has that moniker sort of like, you know,
total package?
It's a total package, if you really want to know. And
okay. Yes, is that still with us?
Don't want to beat everyone over the head with it. It's very accurate, though.
I mean, if we're consenting, beat away. Andy, how you doing, buddy?
Save
that was
did you
weird.
Just say my name? I just lost audio.
Yeah, please jump in here.
Oh, hey.
Say something.
Okay.
Save us again.
Hi, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy, also known as Andy G3D here on Twitch and on other places around the internet. You can find me here every Tuesday night playing Desmond in our Heroes of Greyhawk game. and a future upcoming games that will be on Thursday nights that we haven't started yet, but we're all getting excited for. And yeah, come check us out on Discord. Tonight, I will be playing Desmond Adelar, who is a multi-classed rogue wizard. And yeah, raring to get back into this fight.
Andy, just so you know, you are, whatever happened there, you're lagging big time. Yep.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, like a couple of seconds.
Okay.
So you might want to do a little reboot or something.
Is that better? Is that any better?
No. Yep.
Okay.
That's okay. We'll move on to some of our announcements. Ashley is not with us tonight, but she'll be back next week. So we're very, very excited for her to tell us all about her week away and what she's doing. We all think she's probably dancing right now. So I guess we'll find out for sure next week. No, it's not you, Scottish Jeff. It's not a flashback. This is actually happening. Is she doing the merengue? Is that what that was? I don't know my dances very well. That was sexy though. Whatever that was really sexy. Anyhow, you guys know me. I'm Dave. I push buttons and say things that are awkward. We have a bunch of pretty fantastic things to tell you about here. So first and foremost, I want to fill you in on the fact that we have a sponsor, CZRPG Publishing, and we are giving away tonight Amazing Encounters and Quests. This thing is pretty sweet. It's a bunch of encounters that you can drop into your existing games or string them together to create a list of campaign ideas. Check it out. There's a link to, let's see, there's a link going into the chat right now to their drive-through RPG page where you can see what this thing's all about. And I will say that if you want to enter to win this thing, you can do so by typing !drawing into the chat. Andy will show you how to do it in a couple of seconds when he hears us, because he is in the future or the past. I can't tell which it is. And yep, Andy G3D. So yeah, we're gonna give that away. !drawing to get in on the action. The giveaway is live, and you might win if you're in the giveaway. We do ask that you're here to win. What's up, Wanderers Haven? We ask that you're here to win at the end of the stream. So hang out with us or come back, or whatever you need to do. We appreciate you very much. I also want to make sure that we mention that there is something really, really special coming up in February. The first weekend of February, we are taking part in the 6th annual Greyhawk Creatives Mega Stream fundraiser event for St. Jude Children's Hospital. It's a fantastic event. We've been doing it for a couple of years. There's a bunch of great streamers involved. I will be running a game on Sunday the 4th at 2 p.m. Central. Shelly's going to be in it. Scottish Jeff's going to be in it. Tythalanos, Doc Shoulder, and Shiv is going to be joining us. And we're going to be playing in the wonderful world of Greyhawk. But we're going to be using the Shadow Dark rule set. So very excited to do that. We've been having a lot of fun playing Shadow Dark, and we're going to bring it to the Greyhawk world in just a couple of weeks. So if you're interested in getting involved with supporting that cause, our link to the St. Jude fundraiser is being dropped into the chat right there. Check it out. You can donate some advantages right now is live. Every $10 that you donate will get you one potential chance to win a hard copy of the Shadow Dark rule book that has been donated by Kelsey Dion from the Arcane Library. The author of this awesome game has reached out, and we talked, and they are donating a hard copy. So every $10 that you donate will give you a chance to win. So I hope that you will consider donating. If you want to provide advantages for our Greyhawk crew leading up to it, you can do so through that link. And the donations that you make will help to support the cause and support our friends here in the game as well. So lots of good things going on. We've also got a bunch of great programming coming up that I won't take too much time talking about, but a lot of good stuff on the way, including Ashley's game, including Shiv's game, the Whisper Woods. Lots of craziness in 2024. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Am I forgetting anything, my friends? Have I forgotten any announcements that you can think of? All right. Well, if I did, so be it. We'll come back to it some other time. I think we're ready for a little recap. Now, this is going to be a little bit different, guys. I'm going to do a recap, and then we're going to go into the second half of our combat, which started last week. It's going to be very interesting to see how this all works out. But nevertheless, here we go. All right. So in our last session, the party continued their quest to track down and apprehend or kill the Black Hand gang, responsible for intercepting the flow of supplies from the seat of power in Verbobank to the Vanguard Alliance forces that are now in control of Nulp, albeit a tenuous control, I would say. Upriver, the party discovered the wreckage of a barge with signs of battle and thievery. Broken crates bore the brand of the Viscount, suggesting cargo destined for Byrne and his forces in Nulb. Along the muddy banks of the Immerdis Run, Nori discovered tracks of men and gnolls and followed them into the forest, discovering a pile of bodies clad in unmistakable regalia of Byrne's badgers and riddled with arrows. With the trail continuing on, Desmond sent his owl familiar ahead to scout the forest, discovering an active camp situated on a hilltop clearing that appeared to have once been the site of a stone fortress. Among the ruins were tents, campfires, men, presumably evil men under the employ of the Black Hand. Pressing forward, the party came upon the first signs of the camp. A narrow roadway bearing the scars of wagon wheels, the smell of wood smoke and burnt meat, and growling voices coming from a pair of gnolls and their gnomish companion just down the trail. The party crept into position, Xanthi and Alrin going invisible to avoid detection, while Nori and Desmond sought tactical advantage against the bandit scouts. And after a couple of illusionary attempts at distracting the scouts, the fight popped off. With the gnolls gaining the initiative, Desmond was pinned with an arrow and responded by sticking a poison bolt in the gnome, who promptly turned and ran. Nori advanced to draw the gnolls away from her friends as Alrin stealthed forward, still invisible, chasing after the gnome. Xanthi fired off a few firebolts, making her presence known and calling forth her bloodthirsty ring of ravenous fairy guardians. Alrin gave chase and dropped the gnome as two Blackhand thugs ran forward to engage with the bard, no longer benefiting from his magical invisibility. An archer in the guard tower entered the fight as Desmond and Xanthi entered his range. And with her friends taking damage, Xanthi kind of stepped forward, and in my mind, this sort of really cool cinematic moment where she's just walking forward with this fairy ring, and she just reaches out with her hands and heals her friends with some crazy celestial sorcery. And then she caught the gnolls in the ring of death. Alrin goes invisible a second time, really taking advantage of that spell in some pretty awesome ways. Sneaking forward, just as a hobgoblin war mage emerged at the guard tower and rained down hellfire on the party. Now, with the party scattered across the battlefield, more foes moving in to fight, we are going to rejoin the fight, rejoin the battle, calling upon movie magic to bring Ashley back for part 2 of the Black Hand battle. So, my friends, join us as we dive back into the action right about now. We're going to jump right into this, you guys. They are on the initiative. We're at the top of the order. Nori's on deck. And I need, right off the bat, I need Desmond and Xanthi to make a dexterity saving throw as hellfire begins to rain down from the sky above you.
Again?
Oh,
Did it
yeah.
just happen?
It
What does
did.
this guy have?
Oh,
Peter fella.
he's got some tricks up his sleeve. Well, some of you saw someone casting a spell at one point, and it might have been Alrin, which you guys have no idea where Alrin is at the moment, to be honest with you. So go ahead and let me know what you got on that dex save.
6.
Ooh, that's a failure. So
22.
Okay, that's a success. Xanthi, you're going to take 12 fire damage. I need a concentration save. And Desmond, you're going to take 6 fire damage as this this rain of fire just drops down. It's like a massive firebolt storm, but it's there and then it's gone.
14 on the con save.
Okay, so you are good. Let's see. There are going to be 2 shots from this knoll over here. Let me just zoom in a little bit so we can kind of get a better view. Xanthi, this knoll number 2 here is going to take a couple shots at you. That is going to be a 19 to hit. I think you still have your shield up, though. Perhaps that might help you.
Oh, if I've still got my shield up.
How long does that last for? Is it a minute?
1 round.
Oh,
1 round. Yeah.
Yeah, probably not then. So then in that case, you're going to take, you're only going to take 3 damage on the first one. That's piercing. And the second shot, I rolled a natural 1. I'm going to say that his bowstring snaps and the arrow falls out and he drops the bow, reaches and draws a longsword. That's his turn.
Pretty bloody right now.
Do you need to make another con save to maintain concentration?
I guess I
Yeah, you just need to make just hit a 10. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, 11.
Okay, you're fine. Just barely. Nori, a couple shots coming at you. You've got a little bit of extra cover. We'll say you've got a +2 to your AC because you're kind of hunkered down in that marshy area. So this is coming from Peter up on the watchtower. Peter is going to fire with a 19.
Nope.
Okay,
No,
and he's
+2.
okay. He's going to take a second shot, and that misses as well. 2 more arrows come flying past you, but miss. Let's see. Some other stuff is going to happen over here out off camera that you guys don't see. And that brings us to Nori's turn.
All right, Nori's going to cast as a bonus action Misty Step to get out of this junk. So that's 30 feet. I just measured it and now I forgot how far that was. 30 feet is going to take me right here.
Bam. Sweet.
Boop. And for my action, I'm going to... Wait, that was a bonus action. So my movement, I will go another 25, which is... Okay, I guess I got to do this again. Sorry.
With the measure tool, you can switch it to the little person, and then it'll show you how far you move your token. You see that at the top?
No.
Instead of the ruler, you pick the little person. Do you see that?
I don't see any
I don't
person.
see a person.
Just go ahead and
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just...
yeah, just do it your way.
Okay, so this little area, I'm gonna be going right for Peter and the magic user. Is this gonna slow me down? This spiky looking thing?
Oh yeah, yep.
fence.
That's gonna slow you down big
Fence.
time. You're gonna have
Okay,
to.
what-
You're gonna probably have to go around that. That'd be the most ideal situation. I would say if you want to go up over it,
Okay.
you're gonna be able to get to that ledge below it and looking up at that fence, because there is right here, there is a rock wall.
Okay, but I'll be able to climb over that.
You could climb up this rock wall and go around this side. Yes.
Okay, so I've used
yep.
bonus action, movement. I will for my action. This is gonna be good cover here. I'm gonna fire off. Wait, can I dash for my action?
Mhm.
I can
Yeah.
do that.
Yep.
Okay, so I don't know if they know I'm here. I'm gonna climb over just to get closer.
Okay.
So that's 25 more feet.
I'll
so,
say it'll take 10 of your feet to get up that ridge line. You can get right here having used 10 of those feet.
Okay. And then I'll just do the rest, the other 15 to get to there.
Sounds good. All right, Xanthi.
All right. She is going to. I'm just gonna check one thing real quick. Yeah. She's going to twin spell heal herself and Dez again.
Nice.
Hey.
with missiles.
We need to get out of here.
Yeah, we do really need to get out of here, and that's what she's going to do next. But let's see. Second level cure wounds. We both get 17 hit points back.
Oh, hey,
Wow.
That's
Hey,
nice.
That's nice.
Damn.
All right. And then she is going to move 30 feet. 30 feet will take her right here-ish.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And she's, gonna be up against this tree trunk to try to get some cover, maybe from at least the meteors.
Okay. Sounds good. That brings us to Alrin with Desmond on deck.
All right. Alrin's going to do something a little crazy that, a trick he learned
That
a
does
while
not
ago.
surprise us. Okay. Invisible, by the
So-
way. He's
I'm
invisible.
here for it. I'm here for it.
Alrin is
Oh, yeah.
invisible. He knows his target is up that tower, and he would prefer his target to fly down the tower, not of their will, but of mine.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and, as my action, do a blade flourish, the mobile flourish. What that allows me to do is increase my speed by 10 feet. So I'm going to use my slippers of spider climbing to just zip right up into the watchtower
Okay.
with these friends. And then I'm
Tight
going
quarters up there.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
We'll get cozy for a moment, but
It's
not
cozy.
for too. And then my
Dabbing distance.
What's that?
Yeah. Everybody that's up there right now is within stabbing distance of each other.
Yes, quite so. And then with my mobile flourish, as I expend one of my bardic inspirations, it will deal extra damage and also allow me to push the target up to 5 feet plus the number I roll. So I am pushing the wizard down the ladder.
I'm going to ask you to give me first an acrobatics check, not for the climbing, but to get around on this platform effectively to get into position, because it is pretty tight up there with 3 people.
And technically with my slippers, I don't even need to be in there per se. I can just kind of be hanging off, standing off to the side if there really
That
isn't
would be
space.
better. Yeah, that would probably be, yeah. So you're kind of like along the edge of it. So don't skip the
So
roll.
if I was visible, this would look real weird.
Yeah.
But since I'm invisible, no one will see this glory.
So you're going to roll to attack right now. Yeah. And
I'm going to roll to attack.
okay. And
Being
expend some
invisible,
bardic.
So advantage, right?
Yep. Your attack would be with advantage.
Okay, we taking the big murder die and the special bardic die, and we're hoping that this doesn't get me killed.
Yep.
Click on to see what my bonus is. Okay, so here we go. That is a 24 to hit.
It hits. Big time.
Yes. Thank you, big murder die. Mwah. All right. So that is going to do 15 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to move
Ouch.
him 11 feet
Okay.
down the ladder forcefully. And then what I didn't realize is I have the option to follow him, which I think I will.
I mean, you don't really even have to move him 11 feet. You just need to move him enough where he's off the thing to fall.
Right. So
Really?
basically, I'm pushing him down the ladder 11 feet in that direction.
Okay. So you're basically the whole, you're trying to push him off the, oops, that's Peter. Peter's not getting pushed. You're trying to push Frendrin off this direction, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give him, is that all the damage? You rolled all the damage on that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to give him an opportunity to like kind of catch himself as he's falling with a dexterity saving throw. I'm going to make it kind of a hard save for him. So, cause he doesn't see this coming.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. He does not make it. So he's going to fall about 20 feet and he's going to take some damage for that. Okay.
Nice.
Gonna take some falling damage. He's real pissed. As he hits the ground, he is prone. Let me just double check something. Okay. And then you are down there as well, correct? Is that what the outcome was?
So yeah, I basically would be able to move 11 feet towards him. So I'm halfway down the ladder,
Right,
standing
'cause you're
off the ladder like this.
Okay. Yeah, right,
In
exactly.
a very strange fashion, so that
Okay.
I'm not really super close to Peter. I'm 10 feet away from Peter.
He kind of like, his eyes open up as he hits the ground. You're gonna die. And is there anything else left on your turn?
Well, I say rain fire this jerk.
Okay. Yeah, you can say that. Entirely optional and valid. All right. So that brings us to Desmond.
Okay. The knoll behind us. Well, here, Dave, I have a question. When you command your familiar in combat, is that a bonus action?
I don't know the question.
I was looking at the spell description and I couldn't find it.
Then it's not I would say it's not a bonus action. If it doesn't say it, it would be an action. Unless it says something in the spell. What are you trying to do? Let's start with that.
Well, I was going to use his flyby ability. The owl doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to have him fly up and basically do the help action so I could shoot that guy with advantage.
You're going to have to roll initiative for your familiar, and they can act on their own turn.
Okay. 14 for lucky. So that's not going to work right now. I'm just going to turn around and shoot that guy with my crossbow.
Okay.
Number 2.
You got it. Take a shot.
Jesus. That's not going to do it. 11 to hit.
No. Nope, that misses. He just growls at you.
Okay, I'm just going to bonus action move. Well, just use my movement to follow Xanthi. Over here.
Okay.
And,
all right. When you get over there, you see what draws your attention are these two individuals that are dragging their dead companion away from you.
Okay.
And I should have mentioned that to you, Xanthi, as well. You see these two guys they're dragging their friend Halish out of his body, out of combat. All right. Is that it for you?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. So let's see. This guy's going to move. He's going to get there with his movement and action and prepare to take an attack on the next round. These guys here are going to move back about 30 feet. They see you guys coming and they drop Halish and they just run as if they are regrouping. Over here, Peter is going to take a shot at you, Alrin. Actually, he's going to take 2 shots as he just kind of looks down the 11 or so feet down the ladder, and he's going to fire 2 shots with his bow. I believe that's going to miss. That is a 9, and the second shot is a natural 20 for a total of 24. I'll roll the dice. That's going to hurt. That's going to be 11 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Yeah, that's not good. Vendrin is going to spend half of his movement to get his dusty ass off the ground. His bones like kind of creaking and snapping a little bit as he gets up. He is going to... going to climb up to you. He's going to grab onto the rung, pull himself up, and he's going to grab onto your leg or your foot or whatever's right there. And he's going to cast a spell. I need you to make a charisma saving throw, please. As a bard, you should be pretty good at this.
Should be. But not today.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
What did you roll?
Got an 8.
Yeah, that's not enough. You're gonna take 7 necrotic damage, and you feel your body sort of dissociating, and there's a strange feeling of wind blowing into your face, and you disappear. And you reappear right there as you have been teleported by the attack. And when that happens, Bruno here runs up and sees you like, whoa, what the fuck? And then he's going to come in with his axe. I don't think that's going to hit you though. That is a 11. That's not going to hit you. Actually, let me just take a quick look at his stat block in a little bit more detail. This guy is a raider. Oh, yeah. So he's going to exploit an opening on this next turn and take the attack with advantage because he gets to do that. I don't think that's going to hit though. That's a 16. Oh, it does? All right. Yeah, you weren't kidding when you said your AC was
crap. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. But it's a hand axe, so it's going to be not a ton of damage. Now when I roll a 1, so 3 slashing damage on the second attack. And that is his turn. He's toe to toe with you. And you see some other people coming around the corner, Alrin. An older, sweaty, bearded man, as well as another one of these thugs and another individual wearing a black beret. You're kind of in the line of fire here, my friend. The archer at number 2 is going to take a shot at you. And they are using Archer's Eye, which gives them advantage on 1 attack.
Thanks for the raid, y'all.
That's not going to hit, though. I rolled a 2 and a 5. Damn it. They do get a second shot, but they can't use that more than once per round. And I rolled a 2. That arrow misses you. This sweaty fellow with the beard shouts out, "Fire!" And both of the archers get a second shot at you as he uses a villainous action. So Peter's going to take a shot at you. God, I'm rolling like shit. That's a 14. That hits?
That's the number.
Okay.
Oh no!
Where are your friends? 14 for
move
Peter.
as fast.
I know, he is pretty quick. There we go. D8. That's only going to be 3 points of piercing damage, and then Scout number 2, that is a that's a 16. That's going to hit. Oh man, you're taking over the Desmond role of getting shot with arrows in this combat. That is 3 more piercing damage. I'm rolling like shit.
That's not a roll anyone wants.
No. And that is their turn. You're down?
I'm down.
Oh shit. Okay. That's not good. That brings us to the owl, Lucky.
Good. It's the owl's turn.
It's the owl's turn.
Well, like I was gonna try before, he's gonna swoop down and try to just he's gonna harry this guy.
Which guy?
Harry this
Which
knoll.
guy?
Knoll number 2 that's behind us.
Got you. Okay.
Kind of just swoop around him, distract him.
I should have an owl token in here somewhere.
Therefore, help action.
Ooh, I
Thank
have an
you,
owl.
Canadian Ancient Gamer. Appreciate that support.
Okay, there's lucky.
All right.
All right, so the help action, yep, that works. So you'll get an attack with advantage. Just don't roll a natural 1.
The way my rolls have been going lately.
Alrin, your move was pretty sweet, but it got you into some fucking trouble, bro. What do you got,
It's the
Andy?
way the dice roll.
Oh, it's my turn? I don't think
Oh,
it's
no,
my turn
sorry.
yet.
No, it's not. It's Nori's turn. My bad.
Okay.
Oh
Nori's
my
gonna,
God. Thank you so much for the support,
first thing
Canadian
she
Ancient
will do
Gamer.
is,
Appreciate you.
She's going to.
Thank you.
She's gonna cast Hex. No, she's gonna cast. Yes, she's gonna cast Hex on Vendrin, and
Okay.
then hop over this hill and slice.
All right.
Slice and
Yeah,
dice.
you hop over this this old wall right here. Kind of do the Dukes of Hazzard over the hood of the car. Kind of slide, and then come in with your hex and a blade. Let's get an attack roll against Vendrin. He looks like he just got his ass kicked falling off that tower.
Is he still hanging on the ladder a little bit?
Yeah, he's
too?
up
Can
on
I
the
just,
ladder
like,
a little.
Hack at the.
Yeah.
chemistry?
Yep.
It's a dirty 20.
That will hit him.
Okay.
You can get some hex damage on this as well.
Yeah, not much. That is 1 necrotic.
Okay.
Stupid.
Ouch.
And 9
Okay.
regular.
That's 10.
And also for his hex, I choose an ability for him to have disadvantage at. I'm going to
Okay.
choose Wisdom.
Okay.
And then I will take my second hit.
Excuse me. Yes. Let's hit him.
Oof. Well, is 11 hit?
No, I'm sorry, it doesn't. That would have been a key moment.
Ugh. Darn
He
it.
doesn't look too good. You just sliced him across the calf and it's just blood dripping down on you. And he howls, looks down. He's like kind of kicking at you. Anything else?
Nope. That's
Xanthi.
it. Oh, can I yell?
I will say this before you yell. Yes, you can. But I will tell you this real quick. As you climbed over and made your attack, you also noticed that you have a man down.
Right. I was gonna. That's what I
Alrin
was
is
just gonna
down.
ask.
Yep.
I'm gonna yell. I think I know that Xanthi is in that direction, so I'm gonna yell, "Alrin's down!" Just so you know, because there's horses and trees in the way.
A lot of stuff
Expedite
there.
your arrival.
Those horses are panicking at this point. They're like pulling at their lashes to the tree, and they're trying to get the hell out of there. All right, Xanthi, it's your turn.
All right. Xanthi is. Can she see the horses on the other side?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
I mean, you can definitely hear that there's horses over there, but whether or not you can see them, you can't really see them very well. But you know that they're over there somewhere, and they don't
Right,
sound
but
happy.
I can't see the other side of that wall. Is what you're
No,
saying.
like you can see Peter up on the tower, which also suggests that he can see you. There is a dead tree here in between you guys that provides a little bit of cover, not much. You cannot see Vendrin or Nori because they are down lower, and you're down low looking up at this whole situation. They're kind of on a terrace about 10 feet above you.
All right. I
Lot of-
think I can. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run to the wall, and then I'm going to Misty Step
Okay.
for 30 feet, which will get me onto this thing in the middle of danger. Surprise!
Up on top, you're wanting to put yourself up on top of the tower, is that correct?
Right. Like, is that not possible?
Because she could see it.
Yeah, because I could see the top of the tower.
What's your Misty Step distance again?
30 feet.
That would be pushing it a little bit because it's not only is it 25 feet horizontally, it's also 20 feet up. So you could get to the ladder.
I was not
above. You could get onto the ladder above Vendrin, but not quite at the same level as Peter.
Okay, it's kind of hard to conceptualize, but
Yep.
Sure. Okay, I'm in between the two of them on a ladder.
Correct.
All right, and then I would like to. Could I reach up and then use my shocking grasp? Can I like reach his foot?
Yeah, you haven't used your action yet, so you could totally do that.
That's what I'll do.
Okay.
Surprise!
Oh, shit! He's like trying to get an arrow out of his quiver and trying to like knock an arrow as you reach up.
I'd like to use advantage on this because, you know, I really want to hit him.
All right, if you have advantage left, you can use it.
Hold on a second. There's one. Oh wait, is he wearing armor?
You look up at him and he is. Hold on, let me double check what kind of armor he's got on. I think it's leather.
If he has any kind of metal armor, then I get advantage anyway.
No, he has leather armor on.
Okay. All right, so then I'll use my advantage to hit him. Natural 20.
Ooh, nice.
For 28 with that shocking grasp.
I've got a button for that.
I just reach and surprise! and I grab his foot and just electrocute him.
Nice.
For, hold on a second. 13 electrical damage, lightning damage.
Nice.
And he cannot take reactions until the start of his next turn.
Yeah, that's moot because he doesn't get a next turn. You zap him and he like lights up, his skeleton like shows for a minute, and then he does one of those old fashioned like West country or like Western movie like dives as he falls off of the tower and lands on the ground in a pile of a meat sack, and he's dead.
Who wants some of this?
He's just kind of smoking. There's a little bit of smoke rising off of him. All right, that was a hell of a turn. Let's go to Alrin.
Death save.
That's right. Death save number 1.
I'll use the death die.
Yup.
Why not?
That thing, it's been rolling high all night.
That's a 2 again. Man.
Oh, no. All right, so that's 1 failure. Xanthi, at this point, when you get to the top and you zap him and you go, who wants some of this? You look down, you're like, oh shit, there's Alrin laying on the ground.
I already had some. He's full.
Desmond, you have your lucky harrowing this knoll. If you'd like to take the shot, you can do that or do something else if you want.
I'm going to take that shot at that knoll.
Nice.
That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, big time.
And then we'll do this. $20 piercing.
How do you want to kill this guy?
I'm just gonna turn around, see this knoll still trying to, mess with us, and the crossbow bolt just, hits him square in the face.
As he's leveling his next shot at you with a big black shafted arrow, you just fire off. Lucky's in his face, like kind of bugging him, like kind of harrowing him, and you take the shot and drop him to the ground. He has one last yelp, one last bark. Okay. Yep. Yay. Then what do you want to do?
With my movement, I would like to run to this, the rock wall.
Okay.
So that's 20 feet to get me to the wall. And then is it like X amount of movement to get up it?
10 feet of movement to get up it.
Okay. So 30 feet puts me up here. And then, I'm going to bonus action dash, Up here. We'll say right here next to Vendrin. Now I gotta switch tools. All right, there we go.
Okie doke. That's the end of your turn?
Yep, end of my turn.
Okay. All right. So we'll start with... we will start with Vendrin, who is hexed.
And
He
he's in the
is...
circle of death.
He is.
Oh,
So
yeah.
let's get him a wisdom save, which is going to be at disadvantage.
Oh yeah, hexed.
Teamwork,
Yeah.
bitches.
That's a natural 1 on his
Oh, yes.
save.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll damage for that.
11 damage.
Snip and drip.
Tell me how your ravenous fairies of death destroy this guy, this hobgoblin war mage.
Oh man.
Tiny, sparkly gold fairies descend upon him from above and
Nice.
just shred him with their itty bitty little fingernails.
Yeah, they just flay his body as he cries out in pain, and at the moment of death, he explodes in this green ichor, splashes all over you guys. You all take 5 poison damage. And Xanthi, I need you to make a concentration save, 10 or higher, to maintain your spell concentration. All right, so that's his turn.
Yeah, 23. I basically
Desmond-
have to roll a 2 to not make it.
Yeah, a 1 or a 2.
Can't
At
be
this
as
until you start to take more damage. So this guy, this sweaty, bearded, fat man, walks forward, and he reaches down and grabs Alrin. Alrin's, what do you have? A rapier? Is that your main weapon that you would have in your hand?
Longsword.
Longsword. Your longsword just lays on the ground as he grabs you by the cuff and just pulls you up, kind of like dragging you. And he looks over at you and he says, he looks to you, Desmond, because you're kind of the most visible, and he goes, "Fucking Rocky Woodhull, you fucks." And then he says,
Is that your fake name?
he says, "Get him, boys." And these guys
Oh,
are
that
all
made my
going to
day.
make some movement.
Oh man, I forgot we gave fake names down by the docks.
Yeah, you did.
Well, not
That's
all.
one
Whatever
of,
you
that's
say,
one of the
boss.
stranger of Dez's nicknames too.
These guys are very nervous as they use that villainous action to move. And then McKinty is going to use the rest of his movement to drag Alrin to
Did you get that far?
right about there.
15 feet.
Yeah. All right. And let's see here. We've got a couple of archers that can get you. So we'll go over here to number 2. Number 2 archer is going to take a shot. They're going to use their they're going to use their archer's eye. So that'll be with advantage. They're going to be shooting at Xanthi, who's up on the ladder. Oh, yeah, that's going to hit. That's a 19 on the die.
Shield.
Total of 25.
Shield.
Okay.
25 to hit?
25 to
You're
hit.
saying?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. No.
Well, you
thought
can
you
still
said
use the
19
shield. It
to
just
hit.
won't help you.
Why would I use it if it wouldn't help me?
I don't know.
Could help you with the
Just
other
to use it.
20 guys that we have to kill still.
9
Waste
piercing
this stuff.
damage, and I need you to make a con save, please. They're going to take their
Get
second
9
shot. They
damage
do not
first.
get. They do not get the benefit of their archer's eye, and they miss with the second shot. So that was number 2, and then number 3,
Wait,
who's
does,
down.
Does 10 make it or not?
Yeah, 10 makes it. That'd be
Okay.
like the you have to do
I have to-
half the damage or 10, whichever is higher. Number 3
Okay.
is going to use their archer's eye on you, Xanthi, and take a shot. Don't think that's going to hit you. 17 total.
Oh, yeah, now she will use shield.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. So then they'll take their second shot. And that's not going to hit either. So 2 more shots come flying past you. The first one is set to hit you, and you put your shield up, and it goes flying off. Let's just double check here that I got everybody. I think that was their turn. All right, let's jump over to Lucky. What's Lucky doing? You're muted.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Just checking his fly distance.
Lucky.
I think it's 60 feet. Okay. Yeah, he's going to fly into the fray. Yeah, he's going to get right up here. Oh, and he's going to take the help action again. On
Okay.
Calvin.
You got it. Nori.
Nori's gonna point over at Bruno and transfer the hex, and then move in.
The hex is now on Bruno, you're saying?
Yep.
Got it.
Okay, and my first attack is going to be
Bruno.
19.
That will hit Bruno.
Okay, Bruno, take this.
Oh.
Oh man. 9 for the first one.
9 damage. Okay.
9 damage. This necro damage is not helping me too much right now.
That's
Second
with the
hit
hex?
is, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm rolling a 1 for the
Ugh.
That's
stupid
bad.
damage.
Right.
Okay, I rolled the same again, so 19.
Yep, that hits
Hit.
again.
What's better? All right, that is 9. 14 damage.
Ooh. Bruno dies. Tell me how you kill Bruno.
I just reach up as high as I can and take the head off if I can. If I have to release
You could like jump in the air and hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
gonna do
a little-
that.
just
Jump
for
up in the
flavor.
air,
Yeah.
up to the, so I can get the head off.
Yeah. Yeah, it just goes rolling.
And then before I come down, I kick the head with my leg.
it just goes which direction?
I'm gonna kick it up over the rocks. Oh, kick it into the barrel, the basket that's right here.
Look
That's
at
right in
this
front of
fife
him.
fella
Yeah. All right,
No, I'm
cool.
just gonna put it in the
All right.
in the basket.
Anything else?
in the cart.
Well, give me an athletics check. Let's see if it actually goes in the
Okay.
cart,
Okay,
because that's fun.
that is fun. 15.
Yeah, it goes right in.
Oh hell yeah.
Fill that sucker
That's
up.
super intimidating, I'm sure.
Yeah. If anybody saw it. All right. So anything else from Nori?
Nope, she
She already
actually
used her bonus action.
She didn't do her full movement.
That's
no,
true.
She'll stay right there.
Okay. Xanthi, you're
How
up on the
far-
ladder.
Yeah, how high
10
am
feet
I?
up. You're 10 feet
10
up the
feet?
ladder. Yep.
Okay. So that means I have 20 feet of movement.
Yep.
Okay. And then. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to move here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast bonus action extended spell healing second level cure wounds on Aldred.
What's the range when you add that?
30 feet. It just barely hits him.
Yeah, it sure does.
Nice.
Yeah.
She seems really, really good about measuring distances. Her spatial knowledge is uncanny.
Yeah.
Right on the line
Yeah.
every time.
It's
It's
not
right
a
at the
great one.
edge.
You got 7 hit
Well, he's
points
not dying
back.
anymore.
So
I'll take it.
you gasp awake, and you hear her yell, "Now's not a good time to take a nap."
Alrin, you open your eyes, gasping for breath, and you feel yourself being dragged along the ground.
I don't like that at all.
What do you want to do, buddy? It's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Well,
Desmond on deck.
The sword is not anywhere close to me.
No.
So
Your sword is right here.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and cast. I'm gonna cast Major Image.
Okay. What are you gonna major image?
I am going to Major Image an Ankeg coming out of the ground.
Whoa.
All right.
And the spell has a range of 120 feet. So
Yes, it sure does.
Probably don't want it to be that far away, but I think I'm gonna have it appear here. Wait, that's not there. Here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just reading the spell because I'm not super familiar with it.
So it's going to be no bigger than a 20-foot cube, so it's going to be 20 feet in the air. Looks like it blasts out of the ground. Sight, smell, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I think I have an Ankeg. I'm sure I do.
Yeah, we definitely ran into him before.
Yeah, you guys fought him at Twilight Falls. The Ankeg Hills. Let's see, where is that guy? Well, I'll just grab one. 1 second. Alphabet. There we go. All right. So you're thinking like right about, oops, that guy. Right about EA?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to be pointing that way and say, "Come, my friend, save me."
Okay.
I like
Let me go back to this. I'm just looking to see what the what kind of a saving throw, if any, people have against this sort of thing.
Wisdom.
I don't think it is, to be honest with you. I think
Intelligence.
it's an intelligence, but only if they examine it.
Yes.
It is not physically there. It is an illusion.
Yep.
Its movements appear natural. You can move it. You can alter the image to make it appear as if it's walking. You can cause it to make different sounds. Any physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion because things can pass through it, such as arrows. Creature that uses an action to examine the image can determine that it's an illusion with an intelligence check against your spell save DC. Okay, cool. That's awesome. All right, so this thing basically erupts from the ground
and is real loud.
It is making a lot of chittering and clacking noises with its mouthpieces and its claws. All right. I'm just looking to see if you want it. Are you just going to have it be there, or if you want to move it around? I think that might take your action to move it.
It does.
Okay.
Yes.
Just so you know that. Okay. All right. So that thing erupts from the ground. Is there anything else you want to do? Like I said, you're basically prone right now, being dragged along the ground.
I mean, I don't want to be next to this guy.
He's basically got you we'll consider him grappling you at this moment. So
Okay.
if you want to bust out of it, you could do an opposed athletics check against him, or acrobatics, whichever you prefer. He'll roll athletics.
I don't really want him to hit me while I'm leaving, though.
It's up to you what you want to do here.
I'm feeling real bloody, so I'm gonna see what he does. I have played my chess piece. Let's
Okay.
see what his.
So you don't, just to be clear, you do not want to try to get out of his grapple at this point because he's got you held.
Look, I'm hoping he runs. Because if I try to run from him, he's just gonna beat me. I don't have a sword in my hand.
But he's no longer prone, right, Dave?
Yes, he is. He is prone. He's on the ground.
I mean, he was dragging me, basically.
Yep, he's dragging you. Okay, so that's the end of your turn. Desmond. You look over and you see this massive onkeg, which is very triggering because you guys almost fucking died from an onkeg. I would like you to roll a
Hopefully they heard me say, "Save
roll
me,
a
my-"
wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is very, very realistic. What's the DC to save for your spells, Alrin?
I rolled an 11.
It is 14.
Okay. Desmond, we'll say that you are frightened of that thing.
Okay.
So which means you can't move you cannot move closer to it. And I think attacks against it would be at disadvantage if I remember correctly with frightened. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of the fear is within line of sight. Oof, that's not good. All right. What do you want to do, Desmond?
So can I not move like here?
That would actually be a good move because that thing would be out of the line of sight for you. Because you're almost like you're taking kind of cover behind that tree.
Yeah, Des is gonna run up this way, next to the horse. Gonna hide behind the horse's flanks, and he's gonna take a shot at Calvin.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this: if you miss, there's potential that you're gonna hit Xanthi.
Okay. I'm not gonna miss.
No, you won't miss. Not against Calvin. That would be embarrassing.
18 to hit.
That hits Calvin hard.
Okay. Calvin. Here we go. Okay, so that's 12 piercing.
Okay.
Wait, I added that up, right? 6, 11. Yeah.
Is that with your sneak attack damage?
Yeah, that was with sneak attack. It wasn't the
Okay.
gross roll.
Okay.
And then bonus action. Where's my map? Bonus action, I'm gonna run up here next to Xanthi. There's some big creature out there.
Okay. At this point, these guys are going to move in and they are all going to attack Xanthi, but they're going to make a wisdom saves first. Calvin's going to make a save. That is going to be a 12.
That does not make it.
All right. Erlane is going to make a save. That is not going to make it. And Fife is going to make a save. And that they all fail. So roll damage once and we'll apply it to all of them.
8.
8 damage. Okay.
Terrible roll. That was less than half.
Yeah, that's okay.
Nobody
Okay.
did in a round anyway.
Yeah, Calvin is not looking good. He looks like he's about ready to back off from the attack, but he's gonna actually he is. He's going to use his action to disengage and get the hell out of here. And he comes over here. Yep. But the other guys are committed at this point. So Erlane's gonna take his spot. You pussy! And he's gonna take an attack. He's gonna use his they give Calvin a lot of shit. It's not good. He is going to use his where is it? Exploit opening. So he's going to strike with advantage. This is Erlane. That is going to be a total of That's a dirty 20 to hit you, Xanthi.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You don't have your shield up still?
It only lasts until the start of my turn.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
4 slashing damage.
Ow.
And let me just double check. Yeah, okay. The other guy's going to do the same thing. Fife. He's going to miss. Fife misses. Oh, that was really weird. Okay. And then they are... Let me just see how stupid they are. Yeah, they're pretty stupid. But not stupid enough to stick around. So they're going to run. Erlane's going to leave your melee range, Xanthi, if you want to take a melee attack at him. If you have a weapon in hand or you want to punch him or something, you can. But he's going to try to run away.
She did not pull out a dagger, but sure, she'll try to unarmed attack him.
Okay.
You can pull a dagger as part of an attack, can't you?
It's not her action.
Well, it's a reaction.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Okay. So you do 2 points of
Clocks
damage.
this guy.
Nice shot. 2 points of damage as he runs. Ouch! That's smarts. He can get about there. And
But it's a
Fife is going to...
critical.
Yeah, well, it did 2 points a day. It did double damage.
Double damage.
Critical slap.
He's going to run.
Oh, I'm going
Desmond,
after him.
take a hit. Take a shot.
All right.
What are you hitting him with? You have a
Well, I
crossbow
guess
in your hand
I had
right now.
yeah, I had a crossbow in my hand.
It'll
so
be with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a natural 20 and a 15.
I bet you did. Oh, all right.
So that's a total of
it still hits him.
23 to hit.
Yeah, it still hits him. So roll damage. Come on, Fife. You can do this. Just get out of there.
Fife is not going to like this.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
15 piercing.
15 piercing damage?
Yeah, sneak attack.
Why do you have sneak attack?
Because he was right next to Xanthi.
No, only on your attack action, isn't it?
No, I can sneak attack
As a
whether it's a reaction or an attack action.
Once per round.
Not once per round, once per turn. You can sneak
Once
attack.
per turn. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you
it's
said
not
how much
technically
damage?
my turn right now.
Right.
15.
Oh yeah, he dies.
Yeah, that's a thing for sure. I know that.
Awesome. He is dead. Bloop.
Yes.
He drops to the ground.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm going to see. So McKinty's going to look over and see this thing erupt from the ground. He rolls high on his on a wisdom save, so he believes it to be true, but he's not frightened of it. He does call out to his archer, who is going to take their turn to make an attack on it. Oh, they're going to use their yeah. Do you don't happen to have the on-keg stat block up, do you?
No.
Yeah, of course. Let me see here. Just want to get its armor class just to see if it would hit it. 14, yeah, definitely. The arrow goes through it. Like, what? I'm going to have them make a intelligence roll to see if they understand what just happened against your 15 DC. No, they don't get it. They just think they missed. At that point, McKinty is going to let go of his grasp on you, Alrin, and he is going to pull out his weapon, which is a long sword, and try to attack you with it. And you are prone. Oh, I rolled a 1 and a 2. He is not going to hit you. He, startled from the on-keg erupting, he drops you as if he's going to get out of there. He takes a swing but misses, and he is going to back off from that location. If you wanted to, you could take an attack of opportunity as like an unarmed attack but you don't have your weapon drawn.
Sure.
Do you want to do that? Go ahead and make an attack roll against him as he is skedaddling.
I will do that. Come on, die. Come on. That is a 15 to hit.
Yeah, it misses him as he steps away from you. And he calls out the other archer, number 1 over here. Is going to take a shot at you it's going to be with disadvantage because you're prone, but they are going to shoot at you. That's going to miss. They'll take their second shot. And I rolled a natural 20 and a 2, but it's at disadvantage, so they miss both times.
Huzzah! The ground is my
Let me
friend.
just make sure here. All right, that's their turn. There's some action back here, and this guy is running up to a ballista and is starting to load a ballista on for his action. Okay, that brings us to Lucky. What is Lucky gonna do? Oh, you're muted, Andy.
Sorry. Lucky's gonna fly up and kind of get in Calvin's face,
Okay.
taking the help action against Calvin.
Okay. Nori, what are you gonna do?
Calvin looks terrible. Erlane looks okay, right? where I
They
stand.
both look like shit.
Okay.
All those guys have taken hits for sure.
Nori's going to point over at Calvin,
Fife looks
and the
worse.
hex is going to go over to him.
Technically,
Okay.
you get advantage on this.
Okay, cool.
Thanks to
Nori.
Lucky.
Nori's going to run in. Her full. Oh, wait, I'm not 30. I'm 25.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to Eldritch.
You're
I think-
25, and there's some things that you would have to like jump over as well or go around. So depending on how you want to get there, you might need to make like an athletics check.
Yeah, I'll make an athletics check to get to the 25. Right there. You
Yep.
wanna-
Give me an athletics check as you have to jump over this cart that has a head in it.
Yep.
The head adds quite a bit of an
Love it.
obstacle.
Nori's going to add to her collection.
14.
I hope
is
so.
My athletics.
Yeah, you huck yourself over it like a little spider monkey.
All right.
No, come at you like a spider monkey.
Except for I can't hit him because I'm too far away. I've gone as fast as my little legs can carry me, so I'll just take an Eldritch Blast at take it at Kelvin.
Yep. All right. And are you going to use advantage because of Lucky's help action?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That might be good. What do I got here? 16.
16 hits, Calvin, for sure.
You're going down, Kelvin.
I think you're
13
right.
damage.
Yeah, he's dead. Calvin drops.
Thanks, Lucky.
Yep. All right. You used all your actions and everything. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I use my bonus action, all of it.
Yep. All right, Xanthi.
Right. Xanthi.
You guys are making your way. You're wading through this battleground with your fairies of death.
Yes.
Awesome. She is going to bonus action take a potion that is in her bag
Okay.
and have a potion of healing, which I believe is just the regular healing, the ones we got from the druid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then
Nori, give me a
that's-
wisdom save while this is happening, please. As you look over and there's this massive monster erupting from the ground that you see.
Oh, shoot. That's a 1 plus
Yep.
6.
Yeah, you see that thing and it triggers you. You are frightened of it as well.
9 points of healing on that, which was awesome. And then I'm going to run up. Yeah, I'll just get right about here. Well, or I'll press myself up against the wall here.
Give me a wisdom
And
save.
can I see him?
Yeah.
There's all this junk there. All right.
Yep. You can see
wisdom
him, trust
save?
me. Yep.
He big.
17.
Okay. You are not frightened of it. Possibly
Okay,
a little unsettled. A little unsettled, but not frightened.
And then I'm going to firebolt Erlane for 10. 10 doesn't hit.
10 does not hit her lane.
Yeah. My firebolt goes wide.
Close, but no cigar. Okay.
That's it.
That's the end of your turn. Alren, you're on the ground still.
I think the
People are
frightened
dying
should be on
around you.
Nori, not Xanthi.
I mean, that happens. People die around me. I'm going to use my action to move the Ankhed 120 feet to the other side of that guy that dropped me.
Okay, where?
So I'm going to have it move.
Next to McKinty.
Yes. So I'm going to have it move over here.
Yeah, anywhere in there is pretty much fair game, I would say. Okie doke.
Bonus action, I'd like to cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
Because I heard.
Yes.
I'm going to cast that at second level.
Are you going to stand up? Or are you going to continue to sit on the ground?
No, the archers suck. They're shooting over me.
They're pretty
I mean,
horrible.
Just hang out.
Let's hang out.
I'm cool for now.
Alren's just sitting there cross-legged, just chilling.
I mean, I point at the beast and says and yell, "Stop him!" as it goes over there. So, for my party members, maybe they'll understand that I'm controlling it, and I will heal myself all
Seems
of
legit.
8
Mhm.
points.
Okay.
That's much better.
I mean, you could tell them that you're controlling it, and then they would definitely know. But I would say they don't just
Okay.
assume that they know
And
that you're controlling
I'll
it.
yell out, "This is my beast."
Oh,
How to take that, but
I'll say
Take
that
it as
that,
intended.
taken care of.
that allows you to drop the frightened status. All right, that's your turn,
Would
Desmond.
it be what is it a move action, or what is it to draw this short sword I have?
That would be
That's
a
a
free
free-
action to draw your sword. You've used your action to move the Ankeg, so with a
Right.
free action, you could pull the other sword.
Okay, I pull the short sword out.
Okay.
I don't want to be unarmed.
No. When you're sitting around, you should have, a sword in your hands.
At least cut some ankles.
Yeah, do
Yes.
Saying there.
or just clean your fingernails or whatever. You got time. All right,
Trim
let's
your
jump
beard.
over to Desmond.
All right, Des is gonna run up to this. What are these called again?
Ballista.
These weapons, the ballista. Does it look like he could aim it at the guard in Tower 2?
Oh yeah, it takes an action to load.
It takes an action to load.
Correct.
Mm.
And you can see this other guy over here is loading one.
Can I attack with a bonus action?
No, it takes an action to load and an action to aim and an action to fire.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't afford to do that right now.
Probably use your crossbow up there and see the other person in the other ballista.
Yeah. From this spot right here, I'm just gonna take a crossbow shot at number 2, tower guy.
Okay. Nice. Number 2 has not had a shot at them yet.
I'm gonna use my advantage.
Okay. Thanks to the chat for helping our heroes out. You guys are awesome, man. We couldn't do it without you. Dave would have
did.
killed us at 3rd level.
19 to hit.
Just hits.
Oh God.
Number
Okay.
2 takes a crossbow bolt to the chest as they're trying to decide who to shoot at with their own bow. Their arrow knocked in their bow.
11 piercing.
Ouch. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good damage roll. I don't get
a nice
sneak attack.
roll. That is a nice roll.
And then I'm going to bonus action. Well, I still got some movement left here. So that was probably about 15 feet. I'm going to bonus action. Well, I'm going to use my movement.
Okay.
Can I get through Xanthi and Nori here?
You did use some of your
Yeah, we're
movement already
friendly.
to get to the ballista. Just keep that in mind.
I said about like 15 feet because I was like over here.
That's cool. And yeah, you can move through your companions.
All right. So
You just can't stop in their spot.
1, 2, 3. Stand over this guy.
Oof, what a mess over there, huh?
I know. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here next to this guy, Mr. Erlock or whatever his name is.
Lane.
Erlane.
At least get the guy's name right before you
I
kill
haven't
him.
had a
You know what I
chance
mean? A little
to
respect,
meet
little
all of them
respect
yet.
for these guys, these working men. They're just there trying to make a buck,
Yeah,
getting their asses killed by voracious fairies and
just showing up to work one day and just getting-
on kegs erupting from the ground.
Mhm.
Anyways, all right. So that is your turn, Desmond. That brings us to the top of the order. We'll do one more round, and then I think we're gonna have to press the pause button and then jump back to our live stream for the rest of this.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. It's their turn. All right, we'll start with these archers. I'm gonna have them make wisdom saves. Again, number 1. Number 2 fails, is frightened. Of the Ankeg, we'll do McKinty as well. McKinty is not frightened. He doesn't like it. There are hyenas in these cages over here that start barking and going crazy when this thing is over there. Let's see. And then, the jackal. Well, the jackal's not even looking over there at this point, but we'll have them roll as well. That's cocked. That's a failure. Jackal's frightened as well. All right, McKinty is going to move first. He's going to run over here. Use his free action to pull something from this crate. And he is going to hand it off to this other guy and say, go, get out of here. We've been overrun. Woodhull and the Badgers are here. So that's his action. We'll say that the number 2 archer is going to take an attack, is going to do their best to shoot at Alrin, or actually at Xanthi, because of the magical effect. They're going to be rolling at disadvantage because the creature that they're afraid of is within line of sight, so they're probably shaking and they're frightened. It's going to be
Who is attacking me?
the archer.
Number 2 on the tower.
That's going to be a 15 to hit you. I'm pretty sure that misses. They do get a second attack. That is, damn it, that's a natural 20, but it's a disadvantage, so they miss. Let's see. The other archer is going to fire at Alrin. It'll be a disadvantage, but they're going to use their archer's eye. Number 1. So it'll be a straight roll. Ooh, that's pretty good, actually. That's going to be a 22 to hit you.
I mean, when you put it like that.
Ooh, 22 is pretty good. But I didn't roll very good. It's only 5 piercing damage. But they get a second attack. This time it's at disadvantage because you're prone. And that misses. So they do that. The hyenas are yipping and barking and going absolutely crazy. This archer over here does not have a good shot at you. So they are going to actually, this archer is not stupid. They're going to take their movement 20 feet to get down. They're going to use the rest of their movement to get over here. And then they're going to use they're going to use your action to get the frick out of here. They're not going to mess around with on-kegs and whatever else. Yeah, they're getting out. Time to leave. The Badgers are here. That leaves the Jackal. Desmond, as you were taking your shot across the expanse to shoot at the archer in the tower up here,
Mm-hmm.
you notice something strange about this individual that was loading the ballista. They look familiar to you. And as McKinty runs over and hands them this sack, this big sack, they kind of turn their head to receive it. And this is this young boy. And he grabs it and McKinty says, go, get out of here. It all rests upon you. And he's like, shit, fuck it. And he's going to run. And he's going to use his action to run towards the boats.
I got a 12 on my concentration, by the way, so I keep up the illusion.
Gotcha. Desmond, give me a history check. It's going to be a normal sort of roll, not a normal difficulty, we'll say.
$11.
That individual, as I said, looked familiar to you, but you just can't place it, but you feel like you know who that is. We will go to Lucky. It's Lucky's turn. I'm going to figure out a way to kill that freaking owl one of these days.
It's a fey creature.
Oh, it's
right?
Lucky's turn?
It'll just like reappear when he resummons it.
That takes time, though. It takes an hour to resummon.
Well, Lucky's died so
Yeah,
many
as a
times, probably,
ritual.
we don't.
Oh,
We
yeah.
just
know
didn't
about it.
notice.
Lucky's getting munched by bigger owls.
I would have Lucky fly after that guy.
Okay. All right, that's Lucky's turn.
Yeah,
Nori.
that's Lucky's turn.
Nori's gonna move her hex bonus action over to the jackal boat dude.
The who?
The guy that just ran over to the boat, jackal.
The kid?
It's not. Yeah. 90 feet. Can move it to.
Give me a perception check. I'm not so sure you saw that happen.
Perception 14.
So you saw a guy run.
Okay.
So you're gonna move the hex over to him, or would it seem more logical for her to turn the hex onto the guy that's right in front of her?
Well, probably. I guess if I didn't really hear the importance of what just went down,
No, you didn't.
which I probably didn't. I just saw that guy run. So he's probably just scared and he's running away. So I will move the hex over. Yep, to that guy.
Yeah. I'm just trying to be a little realistic on sort of
That's
how
fine.
things play out.
That's fine. And then Nori will step up and take a swing. And totally miss.
Okay.
Take her second swing.
Yep.
Okay. 18
18 will hit.
for 13 damage.
13 damage on Erlane is all it takes as he goes down. Boy, you guys are making mincemeat of these guys now. All right. Erlane is down. Do you want to move anymore or... Right
Yep,
now,
I wanna-
as you look past your teammates, you see McKinty, who you probably don't know, but you've heard of him. He's a big sweaty guy
know
that you've heard of.
McKinty.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
McKinty.
You were around for McKinty. That's right.
Yeah.
And then
will-
you've got a couple of archers in up in the towers, the watchtowers. I forgot you
Wanna
were there
run
for
up
the
and try to-
McKinty thing.
I guess it'd be an action to like tackle / grapple.
Yep, definitely.
McKinty,
You
so-
can get to him.
Stab him.
Get him.
I
Yeah.
just did my
Yep.
my
All right,
attack.
Xanthi. Xanthi's turn.
I'll end up right here then by the ballista.
Try to kind of cut him off a little bit.
Right. Sandy is
cover.
gonna bring the circle of death forward. She'll go kitty corner here.
Okay.
All right.
You want to take an
and-
action?
Yeah, she's gonna try to firebolt McKinty.
Okay.
Come on.
That's a ranged spell attack, correct? Or is that no, it's not. It's a dex save. Right?
No, it's a range.
It's a range.
So it's gonna be a
and
disadvantage.
I rolled a nat 1.
Roll again to possibly hit Nori.
Oh God.
What's your AC, Nori?
It's currently 18.
Okay.
Well, you can't
Just-
roll lower than a 1, right?
11.
Yeah, it doesn't hit her, luckily.
Okay.
Okay. That's your action. Alrin. Desmond, you're up next. Then we'll end and go live.
So my sword is a couple feet away from me, so I guess I'll use half my movement to get up.
Hey, there we go. He's on his feet, folks.
Yay!
Hey,
I'll go get my
welcome back.
my real sword, the
Okay.
better sword. Yeah, thanks. I didn't want to be in the
Yeah.
the blood.
You're standing in it. It's not on you, though.
That brought memories back of when you just dropped me. So thanks for that.
I
It's your
do my
blood.
best. I do my best.
Jeez. Let's see. I'm going to I'm going to use my action to bring the Ankeg back towards us, about here,
Okay.
and I'm going to yell at McKinty, surrender, or it will rip you to pieces.
Give me a persuasion check with or intimidation, whichever you prefer, with advantage.
I'd rather persuasion.
Okay, do it
I'm very persuasive. Did you say with
with advantage because you have an Ankeg helping
I do.
you.
you? He's on my side.
Yeah.
Now's your time to shine, Dice. Now's your time to shine. That is a 23.
As a reaction, McKinty just says, Look, lay down your weapons. We yield. Desmond, it's your turn.
Okay, Des saw that guy take off, so he's gonna go running.
Oh, can I bonus action heal myself?
Do you have a potion or something? Or a,
No.
What do you have?
Heal.
Oh,
Healing
you've got
word.
the bonus healing spell.
Yeah.
The one.
'Cause I wanna
yeah,
have
you
more-
should be able to. You should be able
I
to.
just want to make sure I have my bonus action stuff. I'm gonna heal myself a little bit more.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm gonna bonus action dash to get here up by Lucky. And when I get here, that was my movement and my bonus action. I'm gonna be holding my crossbow and just be like, it's over. Stop running. And just take a good look at this guy.
Well, he's got his back turned to you as he's like running towards the boats. But you call out and you level your crossbow and tell him to stop. And that's your action.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, yeah, I didn't use an action. That's just what I'm saying. So I'll take the dodge action.
Okay. All right. That sounds great. And with that, I think we'll end there. Is it safe to say, I don't want to make any assumptions, but are we out of combat? And these guys have basically, McKinty has said we yield. I don't know how everybody feels about that, but essentially they are surrendering.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to drop out of combat and stop it here. We're going to jump back to our live stream. So Ashley, thanks for making time to get the rest of this combat in. I'm really glad we were able to do it. I'm glad we were all able to get together for this. Thank you very much. And now back to the future with the live crew for the rest of the show. And we're back. Wow. Okay. Did that work? I think it worked. We're here. The combat has ended. Some revelations are taking place, and we have much to resolve. But before we do that, we're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we are going to find out what happens with McKinty and the standoff at the water's edge between Desmond and this strange individual that's making a break for it with a strange parcel, shall we say. Thanks to everybody who's been hanging out with us for this combat and has been chilling and having fun in the chat. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the gift subs and all of the support that you provide to us. It really means a lot. We really appreciate it, and we will be back in just a couple of short minutes. Thank you so much. We'll see you in 5. Hey, everybody, we are back. Thank you so much. What happens in Wisconsin stays in Wisconsin. You know what? That's solid advice. GaryCon is a sacred event, and some crazy shit goes on there. So, and we're excited for it to happen this year. It's coming up fast. We'll all be there. If you're going to be there, let us know. We'd love to hang out with you. We'd love to play some games with you. We will be bopping around and playing games and having a good time. Even Shelly's going to be there. Shelly's going to be there. Ashley's going to be there. Andy G3D is going to be there. Chad's going to be there. Chad's going to be working, which is fine. Chad's got to work. Man's got to get, got to get some work done. Anyways, thank you so much, you guys, for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. If you aren't aware, we do have a giveaway. We are giving away tonight from our sponsors at CZRPG a copy of Amazing Encounters and Quests. So if you are interested in getting in on that sweet action, there's, I don't know, something like 30 plus encounters embedded in this document. It's beautiful. They have awesome artwork, great lore, everything you need to drop some cool stuff into your campaign. Just exclamation mark drawing to get in on the action. Just see how Cardman does it. Whatever Cardman does, just follow their lead because they will show you how it's done. Cardman, it's uncanny, my friend. But yes, thank you for, thanks for following Tiny Irish Viking. Hello. Welcome to the stream. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons in the wonderful world of Greyhawk, and we have just gotten done with some pretty serious shit. So I will save some announcements for at the end of the stream tonight, but please enter to win if you would like to get some sweet content. All right, so my friends, as we get back into the game here, Desmond, let's start with the others. So you have utilized your cunning and your magical abilities to subdue the bandit camp. The Black Hand bandits who are still alive have surrendered under the leadership of Mr. McKinty, an individual who you had met before in Nulb, someone that had given you some jobs, someone who had been a person of interest for you in your quest to figure out what was going on in Nulb, what was happening with the lost druid Shiral. Anyways, you had a run-in with McKinty. It turns out McKinty is part of the Black Hand gang, which I'm sure you surmised earlier on in the adventure. They have been the source of a major pain in old Burns' ass. They've been burning his hide with their blockade of supplies to Nulb. Right now, Nulb is, as you know, occupied by something called the Vanguard Alliance, which is a joint operation force comprised of the Burns Badgers, as well as some of the Verbo Bonk regulars who have been shipped down from the great city by the crown. Their supply line had been severed by the bandits under the name of the Black Hand, and you had been sent by Byrne on a mission to help to stop this blockade and perhaps recover some of the stolen supplies. The battle ensued, as we all know, and although it was difficult, and even Alrin was downed at one point, you utilized your magical cunning and some very terrifying illusory magic to conjure an Onkeg, which intimidated the shit out of these guys, causing McKinty to order one of his young henchmen to race and make a break for the river, handing him a large parcel and commanding him to get out, that it was up to him to escape. They'd been overrun by Rocky Woodhull and the Badgers. So at this point, we're gonna move to the water's edge. I feel like there's this sort of cinematic moment, Desmond, where you're running down this dirt path and you could see up ahead this individual who you feel like you recall who they are, you recognize them or something from earlier, and they are racing ahead of you about 50 feet, 40 feet, 30 feet as you're closing. They throw this parcel into one of the boats and start to pull the boat from the shoreline, dragging it off of the sandy beach towards the water. And they're getting their feet are in the water at this point as you come racing in and you level your crossbow and you tell them to stop, that it's over, that they don't need to run. The individual turns. Give me a quick perception check, please.
Oh boy. Okay. I think that's pretty good. 18.
18 is very good. You can see that as they turn, they brandish a light crossbow, like a smaller hand crossbow, as they turn towards you, as if they're about to shoot. You did take the dodge action, so they sort of like turn and look, and at that moment, you recognize this individual as you are now looking dead in the eyes at your younger brother, Jack. 10 years older than the last time you saw him, somewhat weathered over those 10 years, not knowing what has befallen him, although having some inkling that perhaps it's not good. As he turns and he levels this hand crossbow at you, he wavers for a moment and he just says, Desi?
Jack?
What the fuck are you doing here?
What the fuck are you doing here?
I'm doing me job. What the fuck? You're with the Badgers?
I've been looking for you for months. Where have you been?
Well, look, you fucking found me. I've got to get out of here.
No, you can't go.
You're
I
aiming to
can't let
stop
you.
me. Is that what it is then? Is that what it comes down to? He takes the hand crossbow and he lowers it and he tosses it in the boat and he just kind of turns towards you. His feet are in the water. The boat is just kind of rising and falling as the waves from the river are sort of lapping. It's about halfway into the water as he's been dragging it. Well, after all these years then, Desi, you came now. Why?
Well, I mean, there's a lot to cover. There's many reasons.
It's too late. It's too fucking late. You don't know what you're into. This isn't for you, Desi. Yeah, fuck it. I'm leaving. And he kind of turns and he starts dragging the boat some more, trying to pull it into the water. And he's
You're not
struggling
going
a little
anywhere.
bit.
And he's gonna run up and grab the other end of the boat.
Oh, all right. Give me a athletics check. This will be an opposed check. $15.
Athletics?
Mm-hmm. You can't handle the truth.
14.
He pulls the boat and it slides into the water. He says, "There's no use stopping me, Desi. Why Why do you even give a fuck now? After all these years, you never came for me. Our parents, they didn't care.
I didn't know.
I've got
where
a
have you
family
been?
here now. You're not my family anymore.
Fuck that. I've been looking all over for you. You're
Yeah.
not going anywhere.
Took you 10 years to find me, huh? I was there in Hamlet. I was there. I watched Mom die. Where were you, Desi?
I thought they were dead. I've been up
You
in
didn't
Virgo.
come. You didn't come for us. And I couldn't stick around Hamlet. That was no good watching the Burns Badgers come in and take over. And what the Viscount? What they send the church. That's what they send us after everything that happened at Emeralds Meadows. All the death, all the dying, everybody that lost their lives. They send what? St. Cuthbert? Like Cuthbert is gonna save anybody? Bullshit. And he spits on the ground. It's not that way, Desmond.
Then what way is it? Working with the Black Hand?
They took me in. They gave me a home. McKinty and Tolleb, they treated me like family.
They're doing shit that caused that fucking battle to begin with. They're helping them try to do it again.
You're just preaching the same bullshit propaganda that Byrne and his boys are. It's bullshit. The resistance will prevail.
Resistance.
The crown abandoned us, just like you abandoned us.
I looked for you that day. I almost got killed twice looking for you. And then the other people wouldn't let me do it again.
The other people stopped you. Well, the other people empowered me to do something with my life, Desi. And I'm doing it. And I'm leaving here.
Where are you going? You're not going anywhere right
It's
now.
best if you don't know.
You should stay here with me.
There's nothing for me here. You killed all my friends.
All your friends are up to no good.
Yeah, well,
All your friends are going to cause another Emberdees Meadow. I've seen it with my own eyes.
we're just trying to fight against the oppression from Verbobonk.
What you got there anyway? What do they have you doing for them?
It's none of your mind. Don't you worry about it. You ought to just walk away, Desmond. This is not for you. Go back to whatever you got going and you're adventuring, and boy, you dress fine like you do, and you must be doing well for yourself. Well, I'm working. I'm doing things for myself, my own way.
Look, I have no problem with you doing what you need to do to survive. I don't blame you for that.
He pulls the boat again. Give me another opposed athletics if you want to try to stop him.
All right, I'll try.
Oh, I rolled a natural 20.
I rolled a 1. God damn it.
He pulls the boat farther, and he throws like his leg up over the gunnel as he's getting into it. It's not for you, Desmond. Just go home. Go back to where you came from.
I have nowhere else to go. I came here for you and for our parents, but our parents are dead.
I'm already dead to you, Desi. I'm already dead.
That.
And he pushes off.
Nonsense.
And
And
he
he jump in the boat with him.
You're going to get in the boat? Give me an
Yeah,
athletics
Des is
check.
going to jump into the boat.
I'm going to say give me an athletics check with disadvantage because you rolled a natural 1 on the last roll.
Okay.
He grabs a paddle and he starts paddling away.
With disadvantage,
Yeah.
14.
All right, you don't get into it, but you grab onto the side of it and you kind of hold it for a moment. You're not in the boat, but you're holding onto it. He just says, "Just let me go, Desi. It's over. You've got what you want. There's all kinds of loot and your friends are back there. It's not for you. This is my time."
So he's kind of like half in the boat.
You're kind of just holding on to the side of it, like your arms over the side of the gunnels, holding onto the boat as he's like got the paddle and he's like trying to push out away from the shoreline.
Look, I can't let you go. Not after all this time.
Now you're
Not
just
now.
acting like dad. Always telling people what to do.
And you're acting like the people that killed him.
You know that's bullshit. You weren't even here for it.
I'm here for it now.
It's too little. And it's too fucking late, Desmond. And he just pushes off into deep water. You're like hanging off the side of the boat. You can either hang on or you can let go. But he's leaving.
Des is gonna hang on.
What's your intention with this?
Trying to get him to turn around.
Yeah, he's you know, you can tell he's not going to. You don't even need to roll an insight check. He's leaving.
Before Des is having a hard time holding on, and before he lets go, he's going to use Mage Hand to grab the parcel that he threw into the boat.
Ooh, okay. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Dirty 20.
Nice. So you apparate your mage hand and you send it over to grab this thing, and it lifts up the sack and pulls on the end of it, but it's too heavy and the mage hand can't lift it up.
Damn it.
It was a good try though. What's your armor class?
17.
He swings he kind of like tries to push you off with the oar, like, let me go, Des. You had your chance.
How far do I want to take this?
You're not making any progress right now with it, so I would say if you have like any last things you wanted to say to him, this would be the time to say it.
Where can I find you? Just tell me where I can find you again. I'm not with the Badgers. We're our own thing.
Give me a persuasion check.
Uh, 14.
He looks at you and he says, the bakery. And then he just paddles off and you just kind of slump back into the water and swim your way back to shore. As you get to shore, you pull yourself up, you're soaking wet. Lucky is perched in a tree nearby. There's commotion back up the trail at the bandit camp. What are you going to do?
Des will just kind of stand there for a while, watching him paddle off. Trying to think if there's anything else he can do to go after him or follow him in some way. He's going to send Lucky out to kind of fly after him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, about as far as he can send him.
Yeah, I mean, Lucky can follow him for as long of a distance, I think, as you want. You won't be able to like see through his eyes or anything, but he can track the jackal, your brother Jack, as he's paddling this little, almost like a canoe-like boat down the river.
I'm going to tell Lucky to follow him until he stops rowing and pulls the boat, and then come back to me.
Okay. All right. And then are you going to head back up to the camp?
Yeah, and once his brother rounds a corner, he'll turn around and head back to the group.
Okay. All right. So back at the camp, we've got an interesting situation here, my friends, because we have Alrin, Xanthi, and Nori We have an on-keg illusory, but for the most part, the Black Hand thugs that you have surrounded believe it to be an actual on-keg. And some of them even have some significant conditions related to being frightened of this thing. So you easily group them together. You've got them relatively surrounded. There's approximately 4 survivors. There's an archer, there's Calvin, there's 2 archers, Calvin, and this large, bald, sweaty guy named Mr. McKinty, who Nori and Xanthi know who that is. I'm not sure if Alrin does or not, but at this point, we'll say that you guys have them restrained during this time where all this was happening with Desmond and his brother on the beach. You subdued them. This on-keg is kind of hunched, just kind of watching, because you can make this thing last for about 10 minutes. And McKinty looks over at you, Nori. Well, I know how this goes. You intend to interrogate us? Is that what it is? Bring us to justice? Is that what it is?
We're bringing you back to Nulb. I know that. Did you want to... There's somebody back there that wants to talk to you. Pretty bad.
Yeah, I bet there is. We've been a might good thorn in the side of the old Burn and his badgers. We've done our job. Looks like you've done yours. Well done. I should have recognized the lot of you when I first met you. You guys were slinging some serious bullshit, but I didn't know it would come to this. Well, what is it you need? What is it you be wanting to know?
Why are you doing this?
I'm gonna fuck with the Badgers to make it difficult for them. You've seen what they've done to Nulb. You've seen what they've done to the people. We're part of the resistance now. What side are you on?
We're not on your side. That's for sure. What?
Yeah, that's apparent.
What else is involved in this resistance? Obviously, this. No supplies can go to Nulb.
Yeah, we've been intercepting the supply route, making it tough, putting the squeeze on old Burn and his boys, trying to get them to.
Out.
Yeah, we've been doing our job right well.
Until now. Yeah.
Yeah, until old Rocky Woodhull and the Badgers show up. There he is, right there. Old Rocky Woodhull. I should have known when I first met you, you bastards. Why are we doing this? Because we care about Nulb.
As Dez is walking up, he's going to walk right past Nori and Xanthi and pull his knife and smack McKinty on the head with the hilt of his knife.
Ah! There we go.
That's for sending people to try to kill me, you bastard. Don't give me this BS about resistance, the Black Hand. We know what you're up to around here. Trying to summon God knows what from God knows where. I've seen it all, and I fucking stopped it.
Blood just dripping down his bald head into his eyes. He's kind of like trying to blink it away as his hands are bound.
Where'd you send your man? Where's he going? The one that left.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Can I try to intimidate him a little bit more with the on-keg?
I mean, yeah, with advantage, because he's being pretty intimidated right now by Desmond. I mean, it's not going to take much.
That is a 25.
All of you, I'm looking at your passive insights, and you can all tell that he's pretty nervous.
25.
You just kind of, what do you do? How do you do this? Alrin, like, what's your strategy?
the beast is going to get a lot closer, and that hot breath is going to be coming at it as I yell, "Answer the question." As it shrieks at him with that hot breath.
Ugh, it stinks.
We might as well feed just
Get that thing away from me. Look.
Hungry, you know.
Look, you'd be
I
better
can
off
see
talking
that.
to us before we give you to back to Nulb.
Have you been paying any attention then to what's been going on? Have you seen what they've done with the threat of Cuthbert? Have you seen what they've done with the oppression of the people?
What are you talking about? Everyone in that town was scared of you. You were the one sending people upriver.
Everybody in that town was making money.
Making money. Selling off their friends. Nice try, buddy.
Well, now we're doing the right thing. We're fighting against the oppression from Verbal Bonk. Putting a thorn in the side of the Viscount via Burn. Yeah, the fucking Viscount, you're right. Thinks that he can run things here. Well, it'll be a little bit of an embarrassment for him as he tries to make allies, tries to form alliances when he can't even keep control of his own lands. Don't you think? Townspeople aren't happy in Nulb. Have you spent much time there lately?
And
Bunch
why
of
aren't they happy?
soldiers. A bunch of soldiers have taken over, eating all the food, drinking all the booze.
That's because you and your lot were in there fucking smuggling weapons.
Yeah.
Soldiers are there to keep everyone safe right now. That's
Trying
what
to
the
supply
military
that
does.
that temple.
Then you might know more than I thought you did then. Impressive, Woodhull.
Des is just gonna chuckle when he hears him call him Woodhull.
We're everywhere. We've got a network so big you wouldn't imagine. You think you might have won a little bit here, Woodhull, but it'll come back to bite you in the end. Do you think I'm important to any of this? I'm just another wheel in the cog.
You'll do for now.
Maybe you're right. I'm sure Byrne will have his way with us. Old Calvin there. You think he's going to be able to stand up to the wizard's prodding and poking?
Probably
Sorry, Calvin,
not.
but you're soft. The resistance is a tool. It's a tool just to cause trouble for the Viscount. You don't know what's going on outside of the boundaries of this region. There's war brewing across the Flyness. People are forming alliances, preparing for war. Evil's creeping from the north, the south, the east, and the west, putting a pinch. Well, there's a couple of people out there, business people, who seek to gain from all the chaos.
Business people.
The resistance is just a tool. But that's not to say that the people of Null ain't being oppressed by those damn soldiers from Verbal Bonk and the Burns Badgers. Give me a fucking break. Yeah. St. Cuthbert. He'll beat the piety right India. Nah, I don't buy it. But perhaps we'll make a little bit of something on the way, you know?
And Des will
Hey, thanks for the raid, DM Jeremy. Appreciate you.
does Des have any frame of reference with all the Cuthbert
Yeah, I mean, so Desmond, I mean, this region there's a lot of worship of St. Cuthbert, and it has grown over the recent years. especially in the aftermath of the Battle of Emerald Meadows and the righteous host putting down the horde of elemental evil. They built that massive church, if you remember, in Hamlet. They're financing that guard tower that's being built in Hamlet that was attacked by the gnolls. So there's like this influx of financial support and probably proselytizing and, like kind of like missionary work in the region. This area, when Desmond was young, and still you've gotten a taste of it, it was largely communities that were adherents of the old faith, the druidic spiritual teachings. And you kind of saw a little bit of that friction in Hamlet proper after the aftermath of the Gnoll attack, where the Cuthbertian worship like followers were sort of at odds with the druidic old faith adherents. They were kind of like fighting amongst each other, blaming each other for what happened and that kind of thing. So there's still some tension. It's kind of like when a religion comes into an area and starts to like push out some of the old beliefs. And so that's where that tension is coming from. And Cuthbert is very much more of a rigid, patriarchal, religious sort of dogma.
Yeah.
Whereas the druidic faith is more about Beori, the Earth Mother.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a history check. What's up, Jeremy? Great to see you. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it's a beat him in the head with a cudgel type dogma. Exactly.
19.
Okay, so you get the sense that what McKinty is describing is an opportunistic manipulation of tension in the region, probably for business gain. You don't even necessarily get the sense that he understands the ramifications of some of the demonic and fiendish repercussions that you and your crew are aware of. I mean, you had firsthand engagement with Anthraxis, right? And you had visions of Zugatmoy, the Demon Queen of Fungi. Like, there's some high level dark magic afoot, and he might not even really know that necessarily. He might be sort of have hints of it, but not the full implications of it. You could spend some more time questioning him, like trying to get some more information out of him on specific topics, perhaps, like maybe the Black Hand. You feel like I said, he doesn't know a ton about the temple and like kind of what was going on there. He doesn't come off as a cultist fanatic. He comes off as like a mafia guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say if there's some specific questions you want to ask, I would have you roll maybe like an intimidation or a persuasion check.
Nori would like to ask him if he knows what's happening this star day.
Okay. Do you want to try to like leverage a little intensity in your question?
Yeah, I would maybe... I would try to intimidate him.
Okay, give me an intimidation
I'll
check.
indicate back at the head in the cart.
I would say also, with advantage, because you guys are putting a full court press on these guys right now.
22. Maybe I'll pick up the head from the cart and swing it around by its hair a little bit. Or just hold it up by its hair. 22.
Either of those options is really fucking sick, but I love it.
You don't want
all
to
right.
mess with her.
Yeah. All right, just put that thing down. Jesus Christ, Woodhull. Get your people under control. Oh, Jesus! Bruno, God damn it! It's my brother-in-law, for fuck's sake. he kind of like kicks at it with his feet, trying to get Bruno's head out of from between his legs, not having much success.
I'm leaving it there. What about Starday? Do you know what's going on? I'll take the head away if you answer.
I'll answer. Just put Bruno away. Jesus.
Okay, I'll take it. I'm not crazy evil. I'll put it behind my back.
I can see you still got it there, but I'll answer anyways. Get your people under control, Woodhull. You know, now come to think of it, you would have made a good lieutenant in the Black Hand there. Some of these tactics. Nevertheless, what was the question? Because the DM forgot.
What is going to happen with
yes.
Starday? And I start to kind of pull it out again.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Disruption. Just another plot against the crown. Let's just say old Byrne's going to get a little bit of a surprise tomorrow.
Byrne is getting a surprise. What kind of surprise?
Something that'll get his attention right quick.
Any more vague and I'm taking the head out.
I mean, I don't know how much more I can allude to. We're going to try to kill the bastard. You happy?
That would get his attention, yes, okay.
For a moment, and then he's dead, so his attention will wane really quick.
It could have been anything.
It's true. I mean, you could have just assumed it was some sort of a hot date or something, but no.
Well,
it's not.
Toss the head back in the cart. Thank you.
That's Bruno, for God's sakes.
Was.
Is Xanthi disappointed it's not a hot date?
Probably.
He was banking on it.
There you have it. Now you know our plan. You've captured us. You killed Bruno. What about the boy? He looks over at you, Woodhull.
What about him?
Where's the boy?
I asked you where he is going.
So he got away, did he? Good boy. The jackal lives to howl again.
Tell me where I can find him. And tell me where I can find Tollib and Squint. Byrne's gonna get it out of you anyway.
Well,
you tell me, and it might just go a little easier for you. What kind of future do you think
the jackal's headed to Nulb, as I said already. But you can pry as deep as you like. I don't know where Tollib and Squint are. Haven't seen them for weeks. And that's the truth.
Weren't they helping you with this up here?
They're always got their hands in everything. This was my operation. Isn't that right, Calvin? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shut up, Calvin. It was his...
Put your underpants back on.
I got my name written in my underpants.
Are they purple?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Sweet reference.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Roland, Woodhull, give me a insight check.
You can call me Rocky.
Rocky, give me an insight check.
Pretty good. 16 plus 2, 18.
You get the sense that he's being honest about Tollib and Squint. Like, he doesn't know where they are.
All right. Dez is going to start prepping things to blindfold them
Sure.
and like tie their, gag them.
Sure. Yeah, easily enough. You're able to, after you're done questioning them, you're able to gag them. You can find some hoods to go over their heads. For example, they're bound, and bound well. Like they don't seem like there's going to be a risk of escape. Eventually, the Ankeg disappears. The illusion of the Ankeg disappears. Alrin.
We all laugh.
Let me ask this real quick first. Do any of you have any other questions for McKinty before we move on? Any last questions? Go ahead.
I know, like I should, but I can't think of it.
No, it's all right. I mean, it's fine.
I want to springboard off of my other question about Stardate. Like, if you were up here, who was gonna do it? Who was gonna run the show?
Yeah, so you ask him more about like the network, and he talks to how he goes back to the fact that there are people in Nulb who are part of the resistance. Like the resistance is, you're gonna press him for names. All right, give me another persuasion or intimidation check with advantage.
I'm gonna intimidate. I feel like that's working for me.
Yeah, it is working for you. I just need to look at something here.
14.
That's pretty good. Okay. He mentions a few people. The Chandler. Grelb. And this is like, you're probably like, I would say a little bit of like physical intimidation along with like just asking, like he doesn't just give this stuff up easily, right? Like he'll give you those names, but you're going to have to get a little rough with them to get the rest of them. Is that something that Nori is willing to do? He gives you a few names, but you get the sense that there might be more that he's not telling you, but that it's going to take possibly some questionable influence.
I'm probably not going to hurt him any further than he's already been injured.
Okay.
I'm just going to use the same scare tactics that I used before and probably summon my sword in front of him and say, I'm going to summon this in your belly next time. But I definitely wouldn't do it.
You're not going to like rough him up or anything like that? Like physically like beat him or like...
No.
Yeah, okay. That's kind of what I was wondering. Okay, that makes sense. So he gives you the Chandler, whose name is Lady Natasha. Grelb, I don't know if you ever met Grelb before. I don't think you guys interacted with Grelb. And then there is... that's it. That's all he tells you.
Okay.
That they're kind of, I mean, there's other people, but they're sort of the ones that are the leaders, right? So there's just like normal townsfolk that are part of it too. But he gives you those two names as kind of like the leaders, Lady Nastia and Grelb. Okay, so you guys bind and go ahead.
One more thing. Des is going to lean in, get real close to him, kind of threateningly, and say, "What did you give the boy to take out of here?" He had something.
How aggressive are you going to be with this question?
He's gonna cast Mind Sliver on him. Which is a cantrip.
It's going to cause some psychic damage.
Yeah.
He howls in pain as you probe into his mind, as if you're like giving him almost like a lobotomy of sorts, and he howls. He's like, it's a device, an arcane device.
That does what?
Sent from Verbal Bunk. But if it's used by the kid properly, it'll blow that wizard to kingdom come.
What?
With that, Des will kind of just shove him over and walk away.
All right. Alrin, is there anything that you want to get from these guys? Try to get from these guys?
I'd like to ask him who the hell Rendrin was.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He gives you information about Vendrin. Vendrin was a hobgoblin war mage. He was a powerful player in the temple who escaped from the attack by the Red Crows and the Burns Badgers, running north and meeting up. They had like a rendezvous at this location for some of the players, and he's one of them. And so he was directly involved with what was going on at the Temple of Elemental Evil. He had lost most of his followers in that fight and had somehow escaped and made his way up here. And then he blew up in a big green splat.
He did indeed.
So with that, you guys, you bind, you gag, you hood these guys. They're there. You start to walk about, and you can see that as you pull back these tarpaulins, there are crates of goods, all kinds of stuff there. You're not sure what it is, but most of the barrels, most of the boxes have the brand of the Viscount of Verbobank on them. So there's no question in your minds that this is the loot that has been taken or intercepted or blockaded from reaching Nulb. You might even pop open a couple of the boxes to look, and you can see that there are provisions. I can get into a lot of specifics because I have all that information, but there's armor, there's weapons, there are provisions, medical supplies. And yes, I know you guys are wondering, is there booze? There are barrels of ale. There are 13 barrels of ale. That's the real purpose of this whole quest. Thank you so much for the resub, Chaotic Good Gaming. Appreciate you. There are 13 barrels of ale. There are 18 crates of wine.
17 now.
16.
17.
You pop open one of the crates, and it is a box of books. Nori, you pull one of the books out, and it is a copy of a handwritten, transcribed copy of St. Cuthbert and Common Sense. And the whole crate is filled with them. There must be 100 of these books in there.
Yep. All right. Makes sense.
Amongst the dead and their general pool of like personal stuff that you loot, you guys recover 300 copper pieces, 72 silver pieces, 50 gold pieces, and 2 platinum pieces. They didn't have a lot of coin on them. There were some gems, 2 sapphires, a pearl, an emerald, azurite, bloodstone, ruby, diamond, each of them worth 50 gold pieces.
A diamond. Yes. A diamond.
I'm sure Xanthi is very excited when she hears that there's a 50 gold piece value diamond.
Yeah. Xanthi needs that.
She needs the powder. She needs.
And I'll send this to you guys. You don't need to worry about writing it all down. I'll send it to you. You guys, how much looting do you do of the place?
Pretty extensive. I
So
think
it'll take you a while. You want to spend like 2 hours kind of going through stuff to see what you have.
And I think Des will send Xanthi because Ashley's not here, but to tell our boat and
she can take a horse.
Our ranger to kind of come
She
around
can,
and
she
pull
can
into
call
the
Dusk.
channel.
Yep, she can call Dusk. Absolutely.
Yep.
So she messages Dusk, and so it'll take them time to find you. So you go through, there's crates of baking supplies. There's a medical crate. There's 3 medical crates. There's 8 weapons crates. There are 3 armor crates, 7 armor and gear barrels. There's the crate of books that I mentioned. There are equine supplies. There's 2 crates of horseshoes and nails and grooming supplies and saddlebags, that kind of thing, saddles. There's magic reagents and spell components. There's 1 crate of that. There are barrels of ale, crates of wine. There is a barrel that's filled with tobacco and pipe supplies. There are 4 crates filled with camping gear. I mentioned
What do the tents smell like?
Are they
the
clean?
tents are brand new.
They passed the smell test.
Yep, they
Oh,
passed
he's
the
gonna
sniff
trade
test.
one out.
Are you really?
Yeah, unbeknownst to anyone, I'm just gonna put the poopy one in there.
Mhm.
Take a nice one. Put it in.
Okay.
Yeah, blame it on
Yeah.
the black hand.
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, are you guys going to take any? Do you want to take any of this stuff that you're recovering, or are you bringing it back
I don't
to?
think so. Well, I
Does-
mean, we maybe have one of those casks of wine, right? No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't. We shouldn't. Right?
I mean,
Finder's fee?
they don't know how many that these guys
don't
drank.
know. Yeah, these guys could
Just
have
saying.
drank a
I mean,
bunch.
As you go,
You're
you guys
you're
can
asking
just.
the wrong guy.
I think I'm
If you're
asking
looking
the right
for
guy.
moral advice,
Let's drink.
I think we could just take whatever we want. But
I don't know about whatever we want, but within
I mean,
reason.
I'm
I mean,
Within
we need
reason.
to resupply.
I don't need 7 crates of horseshoes. I'm just saying it might be nice to have
No
some
more
ale
than
tonight for
6.
dinner.
Yeah.
I mean, we could start a team back in Nulb.
Well, it doesn't come with horses. It's just the shoes and the nails and stuff. You'd still have to find horses.
That's all you need.
Oh,
for the
there's
game.
there's horses here at the
Yeah, I see
camp.
that.
There are also, I should mention, there are 4 horses here. There are 2 wagons. But you also, I'm assuming, go through most of the other like tents and stuff. Is that safe to assume?
Yeah.
You find a couple of interesting things. You find a snow globe of sorts or something. It's like a glass sphere that you can set down on like a counter. You can pick it up and shake it, and it kind of like has stuff in it that floats up in the air like snow. There's a bead on a string that you find in one tent. Looks to be like a necklace.
We can get Xanthi to do some detect magics.
You find a moss-covered statue that's about 9 inches tall of a bullfrog. You find a small satchel with what amounts to 5 pinches of a strange iridescent blue dust.
Nori's taking that shit.
Okay. And then there is a small case, wooden case, a well-made case that has a lock on it.
That'll definitely
And then, go ahead.
pique, Desmond's curiosity. He'll
Well,
probably
you would
grab
have
that for
to
sure.
you'd have to try to pick the lock or something if you have lock pick tools or something of that nature, or you could smash the box if you wanted to, of course.
Try to
And
pick it,
then,
yeah.
do you have lock picks stuff?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Thieves tools? Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, give me a thieves tools roll. The last thing that you find there is a light crossbow that looks like it is in very good condition, maybe elven made.
Okay.
Thieves tools.
Yeah, I would say we definitely collect those things that we found in the tents. Thieves tools was.
I mean, if you're gonna try to open this thing, that's what I need you to roll. Or you
Yeah,
can just sort of carry the box away if you want to.
I don't really want to give all of this cool stuff to them. You guys.
Sorry, I don't know where to find my plus for thieves tools.
Are you proficient?
Yes.
Okay, so then it's a dexterity-based roll with your proficiency bonus attached to it. So just roll a
16.
d20 and a 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get your thieves' tools in there and open it up. And you look inside and you see that there is a beautiful stylized arrow that has a strange green fletching, almost like a scaly fletching to it. Exquisite. It almost like gleams. You almost hear like the shing as you open the box.
Is there any writing on the box?
None. There's a little card inside the case, though.
Does it say anything?
Yeah, it does.
We need to back away from this.
Des will pick up the card and look at the card.
Okay.
It
It's
says,
like it's kind of like a business card sort of size, right?
Mhm.
And it's got this beautiful like design of almost like a fractal sort of imprint on it. And you flip it over on the back, and it says Omex, Omex.
Does that ring any bells? To you, Des?
No. Oh, well, would Des have seen this word or name
No,
anywhere before?
no. I mean, the only thing you would kind of guess is that it's the name of maybe
The creator,
the arrow, or
the
maybe
artist,
the whoever created it, or it's not a word you've ever seen before.
Nor one that we're going to utter out loud, right, Des? Good.
No, we'll leave this one in the box.
Yeah. I mean,
So you close it back up.
Yeah,
for
he'll
curses,
close
but-
it back up and kind of just pack it.
Do you
up.
lock it
Yeah, he'll like click it shut again. Yeah.
with the lock?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Other items that you find include a nondescript wooden box that you open up, and it contains ashes. You find a small brass bell, a bracelet made of woven roots, an unmarked key, a small broken mirror, a tarnished silver ring that looks like it's probably worth about 5 gold pieces if you were to hawk it, and a strange life-sized carving of a hand out of wood, a wooden hand.
I could think of some uses for that. Let's make sure to take that.
Fingertip stuff, obviously.
We're taking everything. We're taking everything. Oh, God.
You killed Dave.
Uh,
Game over, man. Game over.
Dave has left the party.
Wow. Wow.
Good. What color?
You know, you guys never cease to amaze me. And when I say you guys, I mean Shelly. Holy
Taking
stuff.
everything.
Boy.
Yeah, we're taking everything. We're taking all these weird.
So we'll say
unusual
this.
objects with
You
us.
guys, yeah, you guys gather all this stuff up. There are boats. I guess the question is, how do you want to try to get this back to Null? Are you gonna? There are two wagons. There are, including your boat, that Dusk and the captain and Firsty are in. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 small craft
Mhm.
that you could load with stuff. You might not be able to get all of it. I would say you'd probably, with all of the crates, you'd probably have to leave some of it behind, but maybe you could maybe send people back later if you stash it. You know?
I mean, I think we'll prioritize the medical supplies.
Weapons, armor.
Weapons.
Booze.
Well, I guess we
The food
want to
and the
try
booze
to
for
bring
sure,
everything's pretty
right?
important,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
definitely the booze and the medical supplies
The-
and
The books of Cuthbert they can stay
They can
for
stay.
Yeah,
now.
like maybe we don't pack those. We can leave a few of those behind.
We can come back for them. If somebody steals them, they needed them more.
All right, so give me a D6 roll, please.
Just straight up.
Straight up.
3.
Okay. So it's approximately, by the time you've loaded boats, and you've looked through stuff, you've gotten an idea of what the loot is, you've decided on what you're going to leave. We can deal with that off stream. You pack up the watercraft. Dusk and the captain and Firsty arrive. It is about 4 hours of work to do all this. You've got captives also that you're bringing. So there's 4 additional individuals. So I'll kind of work out what you can fit on, how many of those crates and barrels you can actually fit later, and we'll deal with that later. Nevertheless, I think suffice it to say, you guys gather up this material, and are you going to make it? You're going to try to make it back to Nulb. It's probably late afternoon at this point, so you might be arriving after dark. So some of the, it might be a little treacherous towards the end of the voyage to get back, but it will get you back a little after dark, essentially,
Tomorrow
if things
is
go
Star
right.
Day, right?
Tomorrow is Star Day. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we
I
have
think
to.
we're going to be pretty motivated to get it back as soon as possible. So,
Okay. So you might
Might have to
even,
risk
with
it.
that said, you might even load the boat somewhat light instead of loading them down. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that you can navigate well. The most important thing in your minds is like, let's get back. Let's inform Burn. Let's figure out what's going on. We can always come back here and get the rest of the loot. So you prioritize things and take. Okay, great. So you set off for Nulb with the loot that you have gathered. And we'll say, for the sake of sort of brevity, that your trip back to Nulb goes relatively unmolested. There is some difficult passage because, hey, thanks for the follow, Lord Trouble. There is some difficult passage because you don't have like all of your, like, not all the boats are being piloted by a seasoned veteran riverboat captain, right? You've got Firsty on one, you've got the captain on the other. Maybe you've got them sort of strung together a little bit, but it's not easy going. So it takes you a little bit longer.
Flotilla.
Yeah, it's a flotilla going down the river. And as you remember, there are some areas where there are rapids and riffles and that sort of thing that you have to navigate. Nothing crazy. There's no like waterfalls or anything. So it's not like nuts, but it's not easy. But you get back and it's after dark. And I think we're going to end here as you guys get back with cargo. You can see sort of the glow of lanterns of the port of Nulb as the captain sort of says, "We're here. Yep, it looks like we made back to Nulb." And you kind of pull into the harbor and lash the boats. People start unloading. People come up and they're like unloading. There's guards who recognize the captain. Dusk steps off and she orders some of the badgers who are patrolling to come over and help. They take it over to a warehouse and they start to put all the stuff in a warehouse. Briefly, as we get back, we'll say each of you has an opportunity, as we're just off the boat, sort of to I'd like to go around the table, like thoughts, anything that you want to do. My presumption is that you're going to go to Burn potentially with the information that you have, which would make sense. We'll do that next session. Mm-hmm. So is there something that you either A, want to do before that, now that you're back in Nulb, or tell me just kind of like how, like what your character's thoughts are. I think there's a lot going on with some of you right now in terms of thinking about what just happened. So I'm going to start with Nori first.
Nori's a little unsettled. She has always considered the military above reproach. I mean, she was one. Her brother is one. and to think, I don't know, that they're not quite what she thought they were. I mean, they're still kind of doing what they're supposed to do, but they're not quite what she thought they were. So she's a little, like I said, unsettled and concerned about this uprising. She doesn't know how big it's going to be. And we're fresh off of Twilight Falls and some other stuff that has been big. So she's a little worried. Also very interested in a couple of items that we have on the ship.
Yeah. I would say Nori kind of steps off the boat as all this is happening. Dusk is calling out and people are taking crates over to like the warehouse, and you're just sort of like sort of breathing a sigh of relief, but then thinking these thoughts. And you look around and there's still people. It's dark, but there's a few people about, mostly soldiers, but you're almost kind of looking around and thinking like, who is that person part of the resistance?
Mm-hmm.
Is that person? Can I trust that person?
Is that Grelb? Was that Lady Natasha? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know who these people are.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
All right.
Unsettled.
Cool.
100%.
Yep. I love it. Let's go over to Desmond, aka Rocky. What as he's stepping off the boat, like fill us in. What's he thinking? Or
his head is just spinning about kind of like what to do about his brother. He did hear that his brother was on his way to Nulb, right? That's where he was. That's what he said.
He told you the bakery was what he told you at the end. Yep. Because you asked him where are you going, and you rolled that persuasion roll, and he said the bakery.
Mm-hmm. So Des will just be kind of like looking all over to see if he sees any kind of boats in the little harbor there that look like what his brother was in. Just thinking they, like, business wise, they gotta warn, Burn as soon as possible. So that's also going to be on his mind. But yeah, he's really just going to be really concerned about his brother and trying to find him before something bad happens.
Well, you do have a clue on perhaps where to find him as you start to think of the comment by McKinty that something was going to happen in Nulb, that there was going to be an attack on Burn, your brother's comment about going to the bakery, and why did he let that slip to you is also maybe a thought that you're thinking. But you do remember when you first arrived in Nulb long ago, the sweet, sweet smell of muffins and cakes on the southern end of town. Okay. All right. How about Alrin?
So first off, obviously, as we're coming into dock, Alrin is standing at the front of one of the boats, hands on hips, using minor illusion to have lights shining on him, hands on hips, while his hair is flowing gloriously, as he was tasked to, find McKinty, find the goods, and he's coming in so everybody can see him coming in with all this stuff. That's I'm a bard. Gotta bard it up,
Yeah.
But
Bard it up.
in my mind, I'm actually thinking how I need to contact my friend and my current mentor Yazal, and how I want to explain basically the situation and everything that's going on, and the shit that's about to go down, and what he's really gotten himself into. So, what he refers to as his Uncle Yazal. He wants to reach out to him and kind of give him an update how he's doing, and maybe see if there's any information that he's picked up recently about, his family or anything like that. Because you figure we've got a couple, it's nighttime. The next day is where things gonna go by. go down. He figures at some point in the next couple hours he'll have at least a little, time to himself to be able to reach out to him.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, as the sort of controlled chaos, I would say, of the cargo being unloaded from all these boats, the boats being lashed. After this grand, beautiful, flamboyant entrance back into the port of Nulb, Alrin is able to sort of step to the side and find a little bit of privacy, I would say. Pull out your sending stone and call Yazal.
Is it digital or rotary?
Yeah.
It's analog. Old school.
You call out to him, and you mention his name, and you have the rock sort of close to your ear, and you hear a voice. Well, boy, it's good to hear from you. Are you in Nulb then?
I am. You were correct. There was some Black Hand activity this direction. I did run into that. Thanks for the warning.
You making yourself useful to the Badgers?
Oh yeah, I've brought in quite a few bad guys, ne'er-do-wells. Made some coin off of it, making myself, useful to those in charge. It's helpful.
Well, they pay well too, so that's good. Stay on their good side. I think it'll be potentially lucrative. More importantly, though, have you heard anything about your sister?
I haven't gotten any more information about her. I mean, I'm definitely need to, now that I've recovered some goods and really gotten into the good graces. Burn. I'm gonna see if I can put some feelers out for Sarah Lana, see if anybody's seen anyone that matches her description. I've hooked up with a band of people there, pretty efficient, pretty effective in battle, pretty trustworthy. Outside of battle, a little crazy here and there. I feel like they might get me in trouble, but hopefully I can keep them in line if I can. One of them, powerful magic user, has these golden eyes. I've never seen anything like it. It's very interesting.
Golden eyes, you say? Oh,
yeah.
That's quite interesting. Not heard of that before. I'll look into it.
But seems like honest people, good people. Things are going well, so I'll stick with this.
Just remember what I taught you. Even though people seem good, people seem honest.
Well,
it's not always what it seems.
That's why I have my medallion to root it out.
That's a boy. That's a good boy. Look, things are moving quick. I haven't found any more detail on the connection between the Black Hand and your sister's disappearance, but I do think that it leads to verbal bunk. There's something going on there, and well, it's disturbing to say the least.
Does feel like a hornet's nest up here that's about to get kicked real hard.
Not just there, my friend. There's news of skirmishes between Iusian forces and in the Shield Lands to the north. Rumors of Ivid V maneuvering alliances with provinces, perhaps as a prelude to war with the Golden League. It's not good. It almost seems like the gods are moving around chess pieces, putting the kingdoms at odds with each other in preparation for some kind of war. And the minds of men across the Flanness, it seems, are corrupt with power, visions of wealth and conquest. Even here in Hardby, the influence grows. Be on the lookout there. They seem to be trying to accumulate powerful relics. I figure perhaps that has something to do with what was going down there in the temple to strengthen their champions, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. As long as I can fight the good fight, stay on the side of the good guys, I hope to keep my head attached to the rest of my body.
Ha, I like your optimism. Hey.
Well, after what I've seen, it's all I got.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Keep in touch. I'll let you know if I find anything out about Sarah Lena. In the meantime, I'll do a little digging on this golden-eyed girl. Interesting. All right, take care of yourself then, Alrin.
All right. Be safe.
You too. And with that, the voice of your Uncle Yazal fades. Having checked in, you all will find yourselves, when we return to this game next week, making your way, likely, perhaps with a couple of stops if needed, but I would assume making your way to go see Burn before the night ends. You've just arrived. There's still time to perhaps sound an alarm or try to investigate what's going on. Desmond has some knowledge that he has not shared with the rest of you about his brother. He has not said anything about that. He has not said anything about what his brother had, although you've learned a little bit from McKinty. He has not shared with you the whereabouts of his brother, where his brother said he would be. So there's a lot of things that have not been shared. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out next week when we come back to play more Heroes of Greyhawk. Thank you guys for a fun session. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys recovered a boatload, literally multiple boatloads of loot. And I think people are going to be very happy. So congratulations on doing some good stuff. And some great role playing with what was going on with some of these conversations. I really appreciate that quite a bit, especially after a very long combat. Thanks to everyone who's been hanging out with us tonight. We kind of threw in a little bit of a curveball with the pre-recorded combat bits to make sure that we could have Ashley with us for the combat. So I hope you enjoyed that. It was fun for us to do that. And we really appreciate you all hanging out in the chat, getting goofy with us. Massive shout outs. There we go. That's what it is. Shout. To our friends who have followed us, and we've got some new friends like Lord Trouble, Tiny Irish Viking. That's hot. And thank you to Canadian Ancient Gamer for a boatload of gift subs. Thanks for the raid by Blue Box. You guys are awesome. We really appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us. And we're going to give away some loot here in just a minute. It appears as though Chaotic Good Gaming has alerted me to the fact that we are going to give away a GaryCon badge tonight.
What?
Yeah. So Chaotic Good, if you could just post some of the information about that in the chat really quick so I can make sure that I'm saying what it is correctly, that would be great. We also have a giveaway related to our sponsor, CZRPG. We're going to be giving away the encounters and quests, content for Dungeons and Dragons. I'm sort of losing track because I'm looking for some information here. But we do have some really fun info. There it is. The Amazing Encounters and Quests. We're going to be giving that away. We're going to be giving away a virtual badge. Thank you, Scottish Jeff. I just want to make sure I know some more details about that. So if you could put a couple of more ethereal virtual GaryCon badge. There we go. Thank you very much. So we're going to be giving that away, and we're going to be giving away our Amazing Encounters and Quests. So you still have time to get in on that. ! Drawing is how you will be entered to win. Thank you very much, Chaotic, for bringing that to the chat. If you win the GaryCon badge, I'm gonna smack you around a little bit. I'd probably do that anyways, to be honest with you.
It's the same drawing I entered earlier, right?
Yep, it's the same drawing. We'll be drawing from the same pool, so make sure you get in on that. This will be really fun. Thank you for bringing that to the table, Chaotic Good. Let's go around the virtual table while people are getting entered and do some outros. Let's start with Mr. Chad Vamp Wickman.
Hey all, Chad here, Vamp Wickman. DJ Chad with the shining glasses. Playing here on Tuesday nights in Heroes of Greyhawk with my friends here. I'm having a blast. What?
What did he just say?
I don't know.
cock.
Who cares?
Greyhawk.
I'm distracted by the lights. You have no idea.
Guided by the light.
It's true. Besides here, you'll find me at GaryCon and Founders and Legends. We're gonna have a blast.
Oh yeah.
Working,
Mm-hmm.
doing my thing.
Yeah.
Costume contest is gonna be epic.
Epic, you say.
Epic.
Yep. There's going to be a lot of back rubs and wait, what? No, sorry. Gaming and
Whoa.
sorry,
what
flashback.
At GaryCon.
That was a flashback.
Stays at GaryCon.
Yeah. No. I got to spend a considerable amount of what I would call quality time with Chad at GaryCon. And
AWALTY, quality.
That's it right there.
Mhm.
All right. Well, Chad, I can't wait to see you, buddy. It's a blast, and GaryCon's super fun. So yeah, it's gonna be good. Let's go over to Shelly. Hi, Shell.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, not much. Just chilling. How are
Okay,
you?
cool. I'm good.
Yeah. Nice.
Hey, I'm Shelly. You can find me on Threads and Blue Sky, maybe, and Instagram at Hey, it's Flea Monkey. Also, Flea Monkey in the chat and Discord and whatnot. You can also find me on Wednesday nights over at Ty Thalanos' channel doing a little Pathfinder 2E. And then, back here
Hell
next
yeah.
week.
Shelly's actually going to also be joining us for our Feast of Fiends one shot, which is a fundraiser for St. Jude, which I'll talk about in just a minute. Super excited about that. Shelly, thanks for being a fundraiser.
My pleasure.
You're going to have a good time.
That sounded not genuine, but it really was. It really
Yeah.
is.
No,
My pleasure.
you're always up for doing good in the world, so I appreciate that about you. Let's jump over to another do-gooder, Mr. Angie G3D. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I had a great time. You can find me here every Tuesday night playing Desmond Adelar.
It's true.
A crazy rogue trying to figure things out.
He's got a lot of family drama.
Yeah, he's working his way through the family drama
Don't
and
we all?
trauma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, you can find me here every Tuesday night. Come hang out with us on Discord. We have a lot of fun over there. And be sure to stay tuned for our upcoming Thursday night game that will be starting in March, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we have a name? Do we have a title for it yet? It's Ashley's
Yeah.
like mini campaign. What's the title? Do you know?
TBD. I don't know.
That's the title?
We'll figure it out.
Oh my
Is it
God.
what is Shelley
No,
gonna
I
do
think
with the
I think
wooden
there might
hand?
be a title, but
What?
I can't
Is
think
it
of
what
it
is
right
Shelley going to do with the wooden hand?
The wooden hand.
Probably not what it's called.
Yeah, we don't, dude, Chad, stop. We don't need to know details. You guys, I want to
Need,
raise,
want.
that's true. Guys, I want to raise your attention to the fact that we are going to be raising funds for the St. Jude Children's Research Hospitals. And we would like you to help us raise money. So if you're interested and you have the ability to do so, our donation link is live. I just posted it in the chat. We are teaming up with the Greyhawk Creatives February 1st to the 4th, although you can donate today and still have an impact on the game. And for every $10 donated, you get a chance to win a hard copy of the Shadow Dark RPG core rulebook donated by none other than Kelsey Dion, the creator of Shadow Dark and the Arcane Library. Kelsey was absolutely fantastic to donate this hard copy. So you can go over to that link right there and make some donations. You can donate advantages to the party. We'll have some other things like some that will go active once we get a little bit closer, which are like random encounters and stuff that will cause problems and help maybe the players in their quest. It's going to be a Greyhawk based game and they're going to run into a lot of crazy stuff. So I hope that you'll get involved. Please, if you're able, go make a donation. It is called the Visions of Dread. It's going to take place in the Dreadwood Forest. And that's all I'm going to tell you because the rest of it's super secret. All right. So there you go. I'm so excited. There's a lot of great people involved in this. And last year, the Greyhawk community raised over $25,000 for St. Jude.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
And I think we've done this this might be our third or fourth year participating. A huge honor to be part of this. So thank you to Lord Gazumba for organizing this every year. This is the 6th year and it's absolutely a blast. So you're gonna want to check it out. All right. With that said, my friends, yeah, Scottish Jeff, you can almost guarantee that your characters will die. You'll be okay though, probably.
Yours will.
Jeff's will. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So with that all said, I'm going to give everybody one last chance to get in on the giveaway. We're going to be giving away a virtual GaryCon badge. I already forgot what it was. Ethereal badge. Thank you. and a digital copy of the CZRPG content that I mentioned earlier, the Amazing Encounters and Quests. So we're going to draw a winner, and you'll be able to choose what you'd like. You do have to be here to win, so let's do this. Wait, how do we do this without Ashley? Ashley usually does like the 5-second countdown. Can we do this without her?
What are we gonna do?
Can somebody call Ashley? Like how do
I
we?
mean, she's in the Caribbean right now.
She's probably snorkeling. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
I guess we're gonna have to wait.
Visions of Dread is on Sunday, the 4th of February at 2 p.m. Central, 3 Eastern. It's going to be epic. We don't have our counter, our countdowner, our down counter.
Let's make Chad count it down in a high
Chad,
voice.
do you think you can do this? It's a 5. You count down from 5.
High voice though.
Just
Yeah, you have
pace
to do
yourself.
it. You have to
I
do it
think
in
you can.
Ashley's voice.
5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1.
It's pretty good. All right, here we go.
It's great.
Old school FRP. Old school. Hey,
Hey,
you won. And I think you're here because I just saw you hanging out. Let's just give you a quick little ping. If you're still here, please let us know you won. You can choose whether you'd like the Ethereal Virtual GaryCon badge or the CZRPG content. It's totally up to you. Congratulations, my friend. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us. Just let us know what you'd like. And it's up to you. You can do the Ethereal badge or the CZRPG content. What would you like? What would you like? Let us know. Chad's going to dance a little bit as we're patiently waiting for your response. And then we're going to draw the second winner. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Ethereal badge it is. Congratulations. You are the proud winner of the Ethereal badge. Thank you to Old School for being here. And thank you to Chaotic Good Gaming for jumping in and making sure that happened tonight. Thank you so much. All right. The March to GaryCon has already started, my friends, and we're only in January. All right, here we go. We're going to draw the winner for our CZRPG content, and that winner is Kegel Dark Sun has won the giveaway. Kegel Dark Sun, that's you've got a bit of a record going here. Are you still with us? Congratulations. Quick count of the fingers on the wooden hand. There are indeed 5.
Not for long.
Oh, Jesus, Shelley. Oh, Jesus.
He's got to say
Jesus. Yep. I love it. All right. So Kegel, I will get in touch with you and we will get you your CZRPG content. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I'm going to set up a raid here. We're going to raid into Blue Cottage, Blue Cottage D&D. Thank you so much for they just raided us. We were just about to raid you guys. Blue Cottage, thank you so much. We were just literally about to raid you. You know, we were like, we were like vibing so hard, dude. You know, and thank you so much for the raid. Let me go back to the drawing board here.
Raid.
More dancing.
Fire.
You know what?
Chat.
Dork Tales is going to get it, and they're going to get hard because here we come. Make sure you give them some good old fashioned cottage. D&D, Blue Cottage D&D love, some Guild Superior love, and yeah, just have a great week. Love each other. I don't know. We love you. There's a lot of love going around. There's wooden hands, love, ethereal badges. You know,
the fingers are just like new.
Fingertips.
Oh my God.
Just like
Jesus. Who are these people?
Gosh.
Look, you see what I have to deal with? This is wonderful. Hey, thank you guys so much. I'm going to hit the music. We're going to raid out of here. Love you guys. We'll see ya.
Bye.